Welcome to Guys We Fucked. Guys We Fucked.
Guys We Fucked.
I'm Krystyna. I'm Corinne.
We're
sorry about last night. The anti-slut shaming podcast. I never stop.
Hello, fuckers. Welcome to another episode of Guys We Fucked.
It's the anti-slut shaming podcast. I am Corinne.
I'm Krystyna. And, you really gotta watch out for boys, because their lives could get ruined, Corinne. Did you know that? Did you know you could ruin a boy's life? Don't do that, Corinne. Don't ruin a boy's life.
Hasn't this been the
one false accusation?
The conversation for a long time? Oh,
it has.
The hashtag #HimToo movement. That made me laugh.
Are you fucking serious? Is that
yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I haven't been going on the internet because I'm over it.
Yeah, I get angry at everyone. Just not even just those. I'm angry at everyone right now.
I hope that Ted Cruz's dick falls off and Lindsey Graham has to eat it. Yeah, and I want to watch him eat it.
There's #HimToo, and there was this whole thing that started by
him too much of a piece of shit.
Well, there's this whole thing and a commercial that was started by Catholic mothers, and they're running this commercial being like, it's just like a bunch of shots of boys' knees and a basketball rolling next to it, and they're like. He's your son. You raise him. You educate him.
Little Timmy.
You let him suck your teat until he's way too old.
Timmy loves that teat too much.
And then one day, it can all be taken away from him by an accusation, by a whore.
Enter Bridget.
Yeah. That's basically, that was my artistic.
My name's Bridget, and I'm going to falsely accuse you of rape. Get the fuck over yourself. If you're afraid, you're a pussy.
Oh my god!
Truly, if you're a man and you're afraid of that, get over it, because it's not. You're just shut up. Okay. Anyway.
Hi guys, welcome to the Guys We Fuck podcast. Men, please shut up.
Men's voices matter too, but not at this point in time. Thank you.
Okay, well, I have a controversial news story that people will probably get mad at me about.
Us?
No, it's not.
Yay!
That would be the. Listen.
And that's how you told me, by reading it on the podcast.
I'm a narcissist, but I would not make the news story a news story about us.
All right, well,
that's hilarious.
I wouldn't have been
mad. Scooters hard, yes, but us no. Okay, so I follow a bunch of randos on Twitter, academics and stuff. Basically, John Ronson adjacent people, but others too. And so there was three academics, or there are three academics: Helen Pluckrose, James A. Lindsay, and Peter Boghossian. Sorry, I'm butchering names. And they're three academics. They're all people on the left side. And what they did is they spent the last year hoaxing some of the best journals in relevant fields. And this is the kind of stuff, because I know people are gonna get upset when I say fake news. Well, number one, that phrase has been destroyed by Donald Trump.
I know.
But what I mean by fake news is just there's a lot of stuff out there that is based in feeling rather than fact.
Right.
And I know it's difficult.
That's
because
been
we're
going on since the dawn of time.
It's worse now though, and especially with a lot of internet publications, and especially because young people are getting so much of their news from internet publications.
Right.
And when you think about it, anything can go up on the internet. So there's a couple things you have to do. Obviously, in the about section of any online publication, you can go and read it and kind of get an idea if these people are writing from the right perspective, from the left perspective, or from somewhere in the middle, hopefully a little bit neutral. That's the sources I look for.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really always very wary of all these publications, because they always have some kind of agenda. Even working for Michael Moore, who when I worked for him in college, who I love so much, of course he had an agenda. Of course he had an angle. And it was so interesting working for him because I knew how the movie turned out. But I was working in the archives a lot and transcribing. I personally worked on Sicko. So it was about the health, specifically the American healthcare system and how it sucks in comparison to other healthcare systems. But then there's a lot of footage of people in those other places, pointing out all the things that are wrong with their healthcare system. So, it's not, black and white as nothing is. And so it was really interesting seeing the footage and then seeing it be chopped away into the exact angle he wanted. And I love him. And I absolutely think you have to pick a point of view if you're making a fucking film. Yeah. unless it's like about history or something like that. So it's this whole study that these 3 academics did is about grievance studies and reputational leeches, and how a lot of academic publications are doing these studies based on grievances, as like people who are doing less good in society, basically.
Okay.
So a lot of things about like toxic masculinity, about cultural appropriation,
manspreading.
Yeah, absolutely, stuff like that. And so they worked for the past year. And because they were concerned that everyone was being divided by a supposed privilege and then sorted by how much victimhood the characteristics bestow upon each people. And that's like we've dealt with that. We've dealt with that in like a much lighter way in some of our shows. Like we did a thing called a struggle off.
Yes.
And so by the time they were finished after the year of writing fake papers, these people the 3 academics had 7 papers accepted in reputable journals, 4 which were published. And these were all peer-reviewed things. They also had 7 more papers, quote, in play, and had received 4 invitations to peer review other papers as a result of their own outstanding scholarship.
And all of those papers were fake?
They were all false. And here are some examples of things that they submitted and were accepted. And when you my point in this is like, you can feel however you want to feel about this, but it's just like a reminder to use logic even when dealing with your quote own side or your own quote people, because like their point was like they're on the left and they are concerned that the left was going too much into feelings and not enough facts, and eventually that's something that has no foundation, so it's going to crumble eventually because there's no fact that it's resting on. So one of the things that was accepted by the journal Gender, Place, and Culture was titled Human Reactions to Rape Culture and Queer Performativity in Urban Dog Parks in Portland, Oregon. So basically it was...
That's like from The Onion.
Yes, but it was accepted.
People thought that shit was real?
Yeah, and there was like comments about how they were, how if they were respecting the dog's genitals and consent while doing and they have...
Jesus Christ.
And this is
exactly what the people in the middle, like my dad and his friend, oh, you libtard snowflakes, always getting in a tizzy over a dog's dick.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's really, I just thought it was really funny. Another of the papers claim that men who masturbate while thinking of a woman are committing sexual violence against her.
Oh,
that one I can actually see people believing, So I think it's really just like...
especially at this point in time, because this country the women in this country are pretty upset.
Totally, absolutely.
So why wouldn't we want to grab onto something that fuels that?
Right.
I understand that.
And it's just, I always get so nervous, and I'm like, I like love, women's rights and everything so much, and it's so important. But
I know
every now and then you see something that's so fucking over the top, and then you go, oh my God, I realize why not everyone, but I realize why the right makes fun of us, why we get laughed at 100%. A lot.
I agree.
And my favorite thing that they submitted, the third thing was they just rewrote a chapter from Mein Kampf from a feminist perspective. I mean, it's really fun. I mean, they obviously care about it because these are really busy
Hitler's
people.
Wife was a person too.
Yeah, these are really busy people.
Oh my God.
And they committed a year of their lives to doing this because they were so upset with the kinds of things that we're getting
away with and getting on the internet.
Yeah,
and shit, dude.
Yeah, and
it's all propaganda. It's like the old, the original versions of propaganda during wartime, World War I, World War II, Civil War. Like, yeah, it's all just trying. And that propaganda is purely to poke at your emotions,
right?
So you can kind of argue that it's that as well,
right? And I know, like, we have a lot of, young people who come up to us after shows and they're, majoring or minoring in like gender studies and things like that, and those are the kind of courses where grievance studies are really happening a lot in those departments, and basically people kind of just believe them because they're coming out of really reputable establishments like Harvard, and when they say leech, it means like they're leaning on the progress those places have made in more scientific things that are based in pure fact, like engineering, mathematics, and so people be like, oh well, this is a study from Harvard, so it must be true.
But
And even people like Noam Chomsky, who's like very, very liberal, is like, you know, he's like, he was like, had a quote. It's like, you know, very wordy, but he was just basically, it was like, you know, hey guys, take a look out for facts because we kind of need them. That was my interpretation of it.
No.
Yeah. So I thought that was really funny. And I took some of the facts from American Thinker, which is a right wing piece of news publication, but there's also, they wrote up at USA Today, and you can find all these people on Twitter, and there's also a video that I'll post that kind of summarizes it pretty succinctly.
Oh, perfect.
Which is great. I just thought it was I came up in like the middle of the night, and I was like, this is great. Just keep a lookout. And also, a lot of those people, places and colleges that are doing grievance studies are the same people who are not allowing speakers who don't believe or don't share liberal views on campus.
Or who's that gay guy?
I know who you're talking about.
The cunty guy, but
isn't his name with a G, like his Greek name?
There's so many people yelling it at us right now, and we can't hear them because this is a podcast. But Milo.
Yeah, right.
Okay. That shit's and I think that shit should be allowed on college campuses. I mean,
of course.
Don't fucking censor stuff.
Of course.
You could argue that's propaganda, what they're pushing. Sure, but if you're your own person.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe you need to bounce those thoughts off a Talkspace therapist. Oh, suck it. Transitions for days. Today's show is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. Can't imagine fitting another appointment into your life? Well, Talkspace, therapy is as easy as sending your therapist a message. No commutes, no leaving the office, no judgments. You just sit on your ass and get therapy. To match with the perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com/GWF. Use code GWF, get $45 off your first month, and show you support for this show. That's GWF at Talkspace.com/GWF.
Come see us live.
Atlanta, sold out. New York City,
there's like
probably sold out.
Yeah, as of today, probably sold out. Like we're doing a couple days before.
Chicago Zanies, sold out.
Yeah.
Wow, we're doing great.
Yeah.
Rosemont, Illinois. That's 20 minutes. This guy messaged me on Instagram.
Oh, that still has tickets last? Oh.
Yeah, there are tickets to there.
Oh.
But there's some. But it's fucking 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes outside.
You can take an Uber that's so close.
This guy messaged me asking for Chicago show. And I'm like, oh, no, they're all sold out. But, there's tickets to the Rosemont show. It's not too far. Yeah, but the Chicago show, man, I really wanted to see you guys. I'm like, go to Rosemont.
Yeah, if you wanted to see us so bad, you should have bought those tickets for the past couple months. We've been talking about them.
And Winnipeg, we're going to be at Rumors Thursday, January 24th to the 26th.
And therein completes the Bridget Bishop tour. For more information about where we're going to be at, go to sorryaboutlastnightcomedy.com/tours. And and then New York Comedy Festival, November 8th, 10:15 p.m., New York Comedy Club, East Village. I'm going to be New York Comedy Festival doing the world premiere of Two Less Lonely Girls with Rosebud Baker. It is a live podcast recording, but there's going to be other stuff there too. Some surprises. I'm pretty excited about it. You can get a discount with code LONELY.
October 27th. It's Halloween weekend, yes. But if you're in New York City, come celebrate Halloween with Wendy Starling and I as we put on a very spooky glamour puss. It'll be funnier than that, I promise.
Please do that voice.
Our Halloween shows are fucking insane. Wendy Starling is one of the most talented human beings I've ever witnessed on stage. And I've seen her pull things out of her pussy on stage. It's just amazing.
Oh, wow.
So you never
she should work at the box.
I know, right? She'd be so good. Saturday, October 27th at 7:30 p.m. Zinc Bar, 82 West 3rd Street. You gotta be 21, but it'll be fun. Rhymes.
Oh my gosh. So how you doing?
Oh, good. Is this where we talk about personal things?
Well, it said CF again.
That's our if we have our shows.
Oh, I didn't know what that was for. I was like, okay, well, going into it. Just kidding. Hold off on your feelings because
calm down.
We need to talk about Honey, not the product, the website that gets you discounts. And I used it long before they were paying us to say this. So I just want everyone to know that. Nobody wants to feel like they're overpaying while shopping online. But did you know there's an easy way to always get the lowest price? No. It's called Honey. Honey is a free shopping tool that automatically saves you money by searching the internet for the best promo codes whenever you shop online and automatically applying the biggest discount right at checkout. That means you get the best deals without even trying on your favorite sites like Amazon, eBay, J.Crew, Walmart, Sephora, Expedia, and more. In fact, Honey has already saved its 10 million members an average of $28.61. No wonder it has over 10 million members and over 100,000 five-star reviews.
Wait, they don't mean total, right? Yeah, no.
No, I mean like
10 million
each.
people, you only save $28 over those 10 million.
Yeah, no, I think each.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I use Honey. It's really easy. Number one, it's free, so there's really no reason that you wouldn't download it.
And all those things that whenever you buy things online, they always have a box for a coupon code. I'm like, I fucking wish I had a coupon code.
Well, I used to just spend like 15 minutes looking up promo coupon codes because if you spend like 15 minutes, you can usually find a promo code. But it's a pain in the ass. A lot of times you try like 5 and you don't get one that works until the 6th one. But Honey, when you go to checkout on any online store or most online stores, it's just like a little guy, kind of like the paper clip in like the old Microsoft Word. It just pops up and it runs through all the codes that site has had recently, and it finds you the best one, and like then you can say, do you want to apply this? You just click yes, and then you just saved a bunch of money without doing any work. It's really, really great. There's no reason not to add Honey to your browser today. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/GWF. Again, that's 2 words, joinhoney.com/GWF. Honey, the easiest way to save money while shopping online.
One time when I was broke, I ordered glasses off of $39glasses.com.
I remember that.
And my best friend's dad was like, you got to Google $39glasses.com coupon. And I found a coupon for $20. So only paid like fucking
$20 off?
Off $39glasses.com glasses.
Wow, they're just giving those away.
I know.
I think they just stole them from other people's faces. Can you imagine?
You know, I often wonder when I lay in bed at night, I think back to those $39glasses.com glasses and I'm like, how the fuck did they do it?
Like, have you heard of the 5-finger discount? That's a 4 eyes discount. But you can't see. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, because if you take someone's glasses off of their head and run away, they can't see you.
Yeah, they're not going to stop you.
That's a perfect crime. Oh, sorry guys. Didn't mean to give any of y'all criminals ideas. Men. Stitch Fix. Regardless of your style, it can be easy to fall in a rut. Ugh, I know, girl. Then, when the temperature rises, you have to change your whole fashion strategy. Isn't that a bitch? Stitch Fix can make getting dressed for summer easy and fun. Is this the ad copy we're supposed? Yeah. You know, sometimes the seasons also
fall.
Going the other way. So, like, it's for fall. Like, I just got Stitch Fix, and I got this amazing scarf that I wouldn't have bought otherwise. Whether you need to get through wedding season or survive the heat and still be office appropriate, which, you know, what is office appropriate anymore? Am I right, ladies? Just tell Stitch Fix your sizes, some information about your lifestyle, like you have a Supreme Court justice that thinks it's okay to rape somebody, and your preferred budget, and one of your stylists will send clothes, shoes, and accessories picked just for you. Each Stitch Fix box contains 5 items you can try on at home. You only pay for the ones you keep, and Stitch Fix covers shipping costs on returns and exchanges. So they make it very easy to not want something. If you don't want it, you just send it back, and they're like, okay, and they respect that. There's no subscription required. You can get your monthly fix quarterly or whenever you prefer. Please discuss your personal experience with Stitch Fix. Okay, Stitch Fix. Like I said, I just got a scarf in my box, and I was really excited. I love when Stitch Fix comes because I hate going to the store. Why? I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. I love clothes, but I hate going to the store. And their stylists are really, really fucking cool. And I wanted to educate myself on what designer jeans, like I don't know what brands are designer. I don't know anything about jeans. So I wanted them to send me fancier jeans, and then they did, and then I liked some of them. And then I was like, okay, you can comment on the jeans, Stitch Fix. Now I just want sweaters. And they're like, okay, bitch, fine. Here's some sweaters. Get your first fix now at stitchfix.com/GWF and get 25% off when you keep all 5 items in your box. That is stitchfix.com/GWF to get started with Stitch Fix today. Stitch Fix. We respect your rights and we know when to say no.
That is exactly the ad copy that was written there.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's convenient.
And welcome to a new sponsor to the Guys We Fucked podcast. It really fits, I feel. Hotel Tonight. That's right, hoes. It's Hotel Tonight. And don't
how you put a hoe into a hotel.
It's singular. There's a lot of things that we can't mention here that they bolded, but don't worry, I wasn't going to, but now it's just making me want to.
Okay,
and again, Hotel Tonight is great because it's another service that Krystyna and I have both used many times. The app already before they paid me was on my fucking phone.
Dude,
I've used it. I've gotten hotels for other people who did favors.
Got a hotel from my mom once.
Yeah, I did. It's really fast. You just like trace a bed with your finger and then I have a hotel room. This is crazy.
I know.
Here's a little insider travel secret from our friends at Hotel Tonight. There are tons of empty hotel rooms out there just waiting to be booked.
It's true.
And Hotel Tonight has partnered with these awesome hotels to help them sell those unsold rooms, which means you get incredible deals. Seriously, if you love scoring amazing hotel deals, you've got to try Hotel Tonight. Forget scrolling through never-ending lists. Hotel Tonight shows you a select list of incredible deals at cool hotels they think you'll love, and they give you short profiles of each hotel, complete with all the info you need and pictures of what the rooms really look like.
It's true.
Which is totally true. There's also reviews on there for how other people liked it, and they kind of have a spectrum of prices, so you can do they have like a high roller option, they have like a regular option. It's not called that. The high roller one is called high roller, though. I just remember that because it's like cute and Elvis-y. Plus, even though their name's Hotel Tonight, they're not just for last minute hotel bookings. You can also book in advance. Perfect for spontaneous weekend getaways, 3-day weekends, staycations, road trips, business trips, booking a place with a pool, and more. We've used it many times because you're like panicking. Sometimes we'll go on tour and we'll think that
we got a hotel.
Yeah, we think that because sometimes a hotel's included in the deal and sometimes it's not. And like a lot of time, we just kind of like agree.
And we don't really read the thing.
We don't, to say we read our contracts would be a lie.
It would be an exaggeration.
It would be an untruth.
It's exaggerated. I read the second of it. But then
and so a lot of times we'll be like on a plane to a place and then like our agent or manager will be like, you got a hotel, right? And we'll be like, yeah. And then we'll get on the app and be like, fuck, I hope this area has hotels. And they do. We've never slept on the street.
Steven and I a lot of times used to go to do a pinball road trip, and we just knew, we'll just get something on Hotel Tonight when we get there.
It's fun. It makes you feel like you're in the moment.
Yeah, and it also makes you feel like you don't have to worry. Like you'll find a place, and it's always really nice. I've booked so many hotel rooms on this fucking app.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait till the last possible second, they're just giving those rooms away because it's either you give them $30 or I mean, it's not that cheap, but that's what's happening, guys. So to start scoring amazing deals at incredible hotels, go to hoteltonight.com or just download the app directly to your phone. It's purple. I think that's pretty cool. Hotel Tonight. It's tonight, and you're in a hotel. Thank you.
I was gonna say Hotel Tonight. Have a consensual sexual experience if you would like to, because it's your body and your choice. I saw a man yesterday on Park Avenue, and he was eating.
Oh boy. He
was eating string cheese.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was eating his own shit.
No.
It's New York. I've lived here too.
I know. You really have. So it's okay. He was eating string cheese by like just going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's wrong. And I looked at him like, you're fucking disgusting. And he looked at me, he saw it, and we met eyes. And I looked at him and I said, you know what? It's your body, your choice, sir.
What did he say to that?
And he laughed, and then I walked away.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want any more of the interaction to continue.
Right.
But
sometimes you just got to get that zinger in there.
Trying to treat men how I want to be treated.
Were you treating them otherwise?
No, I'm just very mad.
Yeah.
I'm just very angry. I don't know. Everyone, please vote. If you live in the United States and you're above the age of 18, the voting registration is ending now for some states. Just Google it. You'll find the information.
Right. A lot of them are already over. Yeah.
The midterms are coming up. They're next month. And I know that even if you're a Republican listening to this, I think Republicans are fucking wonderful people that we need. We need Republicans and we need Democrats. We need everybody except somebody, but whatever. And I think that, if the Democrat, I don't know. We try so hard not to get political on the show, and I fucking wish so hard that that my body wasn't political, but it is. A woman's body is, because people tell us what we can and cannot do with it, and that's a big problem. And then people do things with it, and then they say they didn't, and then they have a pity party for themselves in front of the whole country. It's very embarrassing. It's terrible. Please get out there and vote in November if you're 18. For the love of fucking God, that is the only hope we have for making some change. And I'm very mad, and I feel like I don't know if you've been watching all the fucking Orrin Hatch. First of all, Orrin Hatch.
Not a great name.
It's like he's like an 87-year-old eagle that lives in a nest on a mountain no one visits.
It is very bird-like, yes.
Right?
Yes.
He said, after the Dr. Ford hearing and after Brett bitch baby Kavanaugh was like, wah, I didn't rape, fuck you guys are mean.
Right.
And everyone's like, wow, he's really fit he should be in the court. He should be in a Supreme Court because that's exactly who I want. Orrin Hatch was talking to a reporter about how they thought Dr. Ford's testimony went. This was obviously 2 weeks ago. And he goes, she's an attractive witness. And then the male reporter keeps going. This female reporter goes, wait, what? Well, what do you mean?
I saw the footage of that. Yes.
And he goes, oh, I mean, she's pleasing. Bitch!
That's not better. You didn't make that better.
You, Orrin Hatch, go back in your nest. Go away. We don't need you. Oh, my God. I'm just so... I'm mad. Yeah. I don't really have much. I just, and I'm trying, and the emotion thing, I try not to, I don't, a lot of times I won't speak on stuff because if I'm too angry, I'm not going to be eloquent about it. And I don't even know. I just think it's such a slap in the face. I mean, we've experienced many slaps in the face over our lifetimes. But to have a list of 25 names and to have this guy have 4 people accuse him, or 3 people, I don't know if it's 3 or 4, accuse him of sexual assault or sexual misconduct, isn't that enough for you to go, let me just get another guy? Let's just get another guy. If they're all equally qualified, which
not when
they
you're
were.
a baby. Not when you're a baby,
It's all about ego, and it's so disgusting. Put your little fucking dicks away and operate from your heart. God damn it. I know you won't. But you should consider. It's just so gross. It's just such a slap in the face to have this fucking hearing, which I think was so important. And we make fun of the word triggering, which is a psychological term. I think people overuse it. Is why we shit on it. Like, I saw sales and I got triggered. Like, shut the fuck up.
Well, that's actually that part of that news story I talked about earlier talks about a lot of words that are, actually
overly used.
Academic words that have been ruined.
Yeah. And
so
triggered
that's part
is one
of it
them.
too. It's very interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, and then that had to happen, and then we saw him. Oh my God, I just, man, I don't know. I feel like I'm crazy.
No, I know, and it's difficult.
Nuts, man.
Well, because I couldn't even be on Twitter the day after. Just both sides were annoying me, and it's funny because I talked a little bit about it on the bonus episode because I did like a solo weird one, and Krystyna will do a solo one next week. If you're interested, sign up. It was just funny because I saw a lot of people. Who I know are doing fine. And I think it's like this, all the stuff that's happening is fucking terrible and we should be angry about it.
Yeah.
But what I also see from doing this podcast is a lot of people who are
the other way,
who are kind of doing these large things, going out and protesting, encouraging people to vote, all important things.
Yeah.
The fact that
Schumer.
The fact that we have to tell people to vote blows my mind.
It does.
I voted in pretty much I've gotten absentee ballots. I mean, little ones, like mayor of my hometown before I changed my residency to New York. Like, the fact that I can't.
That's the first thing my dad taught me is vote.
I just can't. And to me, it angers me a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? If you have to look at Taylor Swift's Instagram to decide that you should vote, then maybe you shouldn't be voting.
Well,
it pisses me off a lot.
I know.
I think it's truly irresponsible not to vote.
It is irresponsible. Oh yeah, it is irresponsible not to vote.
But when Taylor Swift posted that, 60,000 people registered to vote.
Fucking awesome.
No, great for Taylor Swift, but also really upsetting that that's what it took.
I know, but
I was like, whoa.
A lot of people don't vote.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of people don't vote because it's boring and it's not exciting and funny. You don't get any likes for it. Well, you know what? Go post one of those.
They give you a sticker.
Hey, get 2 of them. Put them over your titties. Take a topless photo. There you go. Get some likes for that. I'll like it. Tag me in it. I'll like it.
Yeah. And so it was, and I just, everyone was like, I got to take a self-care day. And it's like, well,
we got to get to work, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and a lot of the people, a lot of the people who, basically if you're on Twitter, like you're probably not doing that bad. And I truly think to myself, I was like, truly being honest with myself, has my life changed since Donald Trump has become president? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So like, if we want to talk about privilege, great. That is an instance where I absolutely have privilege.
Yeah.
And let me use that privilege to help people, immigrants, locked up in cages, etc.
Yeah.
So things that are really happening to people in real time. And also, we see a lot of people writing in kind of about that they're, politically involved or socially involved, but then having these kind of little things happen in their everyday lives that they're not taking care of. And again, these things shouldn't be happening to you. No one should be assaulting you or talking shit to you in your office. That's terrible. But I do think it's important that we start nipping things in the bud at the foundation, and also, so handling the small things and also the large things, because it's easy to handle the large things when they're not directly affecting you.
Yeah.
At that moment in time.
And that's what when people say privilege, that's what that means.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And if you're,
yeah.
like if you're a white person listening to this, you have privilege. Don't get all fucking, even if your life sucks, you have privilege. You have it because you don't have to think about your race. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not reminded of it every goddamn time you turn the corner.
There's a lot of things you don't have to think about. And also financial status has a lot to do with it. Because basically when you think about like women's rights and access to abortion, access to birth control, if you at a certain point, financially, those are things that you're never going to have to worry about because you can fly yourself somewhere to get one. You can pay someone to get something.
Yeah.
It will truly, it will always be accessible at one point. And so I was like talking about like things like hoarding birth control and like, helping just like an individual person that
Yeah.
It's just a kind of a thought I had because everyone's just like, I'm huddled up in a blanket today. And I was like, I don't think Dr. Ford's in a blanket. I think she's probably doing some work.
I think she's doing great.
So maybe everyone settle down.
Also, too, I posted on my Instagram and my Twitter her work address, Dr. Ford's
I saw Julia Rossi sent that in.
Yeah. So if you wanted to write her a thank you letter. And if you live in Georgia, vote for Stacey Abrams. I just wanted to say that. She is a politician I've been following for a really long time, and she's running for governor of Georgia, and she's just an amazing person. And that's an example. We're going to Atlanta, and I was looking up things to do, and I was like, oh yeah, fucking Stacey Abrams.
We're gonna go visit her, say hey girl.
I really want to.
Hey girl. Hey,
she's amazing.
Miss you.
Okay, how are you, like otherwise?
Oh, I don't really have any personal stuff to talk. I don't even remember what I did this week. We just went to Rogue Island Comedy Festival, which was fucking awesome. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks to Doug Key.
I didn't mean to do this, but I'm growing out on my hair. I'm talking armpit, leg, pubes, butthole.
Is that to stop yourself from having sex?
It is.
I've done a trick before and then gotten drunk and just fucked someone anyway. Oopsie.
I didn't start growing it on purpose, but when we were talking to Stefania, and I know all these chicks that grow out their armpit hair, and I'm like, not for me. But then I just haven't shaved because I haven't been fucking. I haven't had sex in so long.
And again, what's that, 4 or 5 weeks?
It's over a month.
Oh my God. Is this the first time that you've gone over a month in your adult life?
Since I was, yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
In my adult life, so over 18, yes.
Besides all that kid fucking you did? Hello.
I am so brave, you guys, and I'll carry the flag for you. I'm involuntarily celibate. I can go on the incel Reddit thread and throw down some shade.
Oh, I always forget that's what that means.
I did go on it. Did I tell you the story? I went on a date with a guy. I'm going on dates on Raya. That's all, because the caliber of guy on that app is pretty cool. Like, I like it.
It's at least you'll make a connection.
Yeah, I do this thing on my Instagram called Fuckboy Fridays where people send me screenshots of their very heinous conversations. I very fortunately, and this is certainly a privilege thing, I don't get any of that shit on Raya. Maybe some dumb one-liners, whatever. But then I had lunch with it. I went on a date, and it was nice. He was really nice. He was like I needed to be reminded that there's guys out there that earn a wonderful living, like what they do, get up at 5 a.m. and surf in the morning, like just like real go-getter. I'm like, wow.
I've always wanted a man who gets up at 5 a.m. and surfs.
I just think that's so cool.
Wait,
I would never do that.
In
Long Island or something? I don't know.
I was like,
yeah.
In the
and
river?
then we were kind of where the river meets the ocean. He surfs.
That sounds like a song from
Rod
Pocahontas.
Stewart. Oh, okay. And we were walking around the neighborhood that we had gotten luncheon after, and it was a limited date. Like, I had to leave by a certain time, And then a girl came up to me while we were walking outside, like, "Are you Krystyna Hutchinson?" And I was like,
"Nice!
I'm crushing this date." And the guy, and I saw the guy like, "Whoa!" And he goes, "Did you pay her to do that?" I'm like, "I didn't, but it does look like that."
Right, and it would be a good tactic to pay someone if you really wanted to impress someone.
Yes, and also after Kavanaugh got confirmed, that was a Saturday, I believe. Did I do it? I don't know if it was the day after or something like that. I had a show at New York Comedy Club, and there like a couple of Guys We Fuck listeners came. And this one girl came and she was so sweet, and she gave me like, she wanted to give me a present, so she like stopped by somewhere and got like these like thigh high pantyhose and like a cock ring with a vibrator on. She's like, "I just wanted to give this to you." I'm like, "Oh, that's so nice." And she was telling me about her life, and she was just so sweet. And I'm like, you know what? And we were talking, we were having a great conversation. Her other friend was there. I'm like, "You guys want to hang out at my house? We can like drink and smoke weed and just talk."
You love inviting people to
I do, but no, I'm like, she was telling me about a person she was seeing, and I was like, let's analyze this. I want to give you like some Krystyna advice. Let's go. And it was just so wonderful, and it was just, it's so nice to, I've just been hanging out with a lot of women lately. Just women, my female friends and women, you know, and it's just nice. I don't know. It's nice because then I don't have to think about men and how they're ruining our lives in the world. Not all men, certainly.
Yeah, I was like, I'm actually not mad at men.
I'm not mad. I'm just mad at everybody in the House and the Senate.
Right. Yeah. It's not great, but again, like I'm not too. I feel like a lot of things that people have tried to do have been shut down because I do believe in the checks and balances of the United States government.
I do too. And also like I think we work in a community. We say this a lot, but the comedy community, there are great men in that community. Like people always like, it's male dominated field, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but like the guys, the comics, I don't know. I love them. Those are the men that I love like so much. Like that mean a lot to me and that are wonderful people and I love.
And I also always just keep an eye on Barack Obama. And as long as he's staying chill, I don't panic.
That's a good barometer.
Yeah, because a lot of times he's laughing, he's smiling, he's kicking back. And I'm just like, you know what? I think
if he can smile, I can smile.
Yeah, I think there's people that you can keep an eye on. And like if they start panicking, I mean, you know, it's his job not to panic.
True.
You know, it's most like politicians are trying to keep you calm and in order.
Well, most of them, you think they would do that.
Yeah, that's their job. They're not, a lot of them not doing it.
Yeah, not doing it.
But you know,
could do it. Man, if women ran the world,
there'd still be problems.
Yeah, there would be.
I mean, it's true.
Everyone will be bleeding.
Uh-oh.
Ew.
That was not rehearsed, but it sounded good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have anything personal. I don't even remember what I'm doing with my life, just hanging out with Alfred. But this is an email we got earlier in September, and I have been wanting to read it. And so I've saved it. And it's very interesting. Can't say her name. I am a nanny of a 10... the subject line is, "Am I a pedophile?" Woo, fun. It's from a lady, so no man hating necessary.
Women could be pedophiles too, you know.
They can, absolutely.
All those stories about teachers
that's feminism.
15-year-olds' dicks. #feminism. It's not good.
Well,
don't do it.
Pedophilia.
Don't
that's
do it.
Pedophilia.
That's true.
I mean, barely. I don't even think 17 counts. I am a nanny of a 10-month-old baby boy. Every time I change his diaper, his hands immediately go to his baby uncircumcised penis. I let him play just so that he knows his penis isn't a bad thing. But recently, I have been watching him grab and squeeze his penis and balls. Today, I noticed myself get wet while watching him. It totally freaked me out and made him stop and I made him stop instantly and put a new diaper on him. So with that making me wet, does that mean I am a pedophile? And I think a lot of people are probably reacting like you. This did not faze me at all.
I mean, I don't think you're a pet. You don't.
This didn't faze me at all.
Well, yeah, you answer it.
Truly, that's why I'm answering it, because it didn't, and I've also done research on it already. Didn't faze me at all, and I think these are
because you're a pedophile, correct?
These are the kinds of emails I love, because these are these little things in life that we feel shame about, and this shame just kind of builds and builds and builds. And again,
and all of a sudden you're 42, you cry during sex.
I've talked about it before. Like I think I could usually call it like a vaginal alarm, like on the subway when someone will kind of rub up against you, and the touch is certainly unwanted, but it still makes you wet.
Yes,
because or it makes your vagina tingle. So I categorize this in that. And there's certainly been times, and I think this also going back to like dog park humping, I think part of the reason people feel very uncomfortable with it is because it does feel sexual, and like you can get aroused by watching any animal hump.
Yes.
Like watching a cockroach hump if you like, you know, those videos. Yeah, there are
videos of it.
Yeah, Nature Channel or YouTube. Absolutely,
That's
turtles,
fun.
anything.
Turtles. They do it all the time.
It's the same motion as you would watch, you know, in pornography.
Yeah.
And certainly. And I think certainly, and this is things like the Jean Bonnet case, why that's so weird, because when you're watching a child pageant, sometimes these young girls do look beautiful in an adult way.
Yeah, they're sexualized.
And it makes us feel uncomfortable. But part of that discomfort, I think, is some people getting wet and feeling fucking like, oh, holy shit.
And that's why people reason why I think people get uncomfortable over that. And I'm one of them. I get it. It is sexual whether you want it to be or not. Like, absolutely. It just is.
And I've always been like, you know, anytime I get aroused in an uncomfortable situation or in a situation where I'm like, but I am not attracted to these things, I've actually never panicked. I've just been like, well, this is weird, whether it be like an animal or someone of like an inappropriate age. And so that was just my personal theory. So I looked it up, and there was lots of articles on it. My favorite article was from intrusivethoughts.org. Again, this is kind of like just more of like a blog, but looked into it and it looks enough like there's enough fact in here. So it's by LMFT Kimberly Quinlan. She tackles groinal response arousal, and this is interesting, its relation to OCD. And so that could be why I experience some of these things that maybe other people are like, what, that's fucking crazy, but I just never thought it was crazy. I was never concerned because don't want to fuck any kids. Thank you. Here to say I'm not interested.
Corinne, there's a hero.
So there's a couple of things. I'll just go through it because I think it's a really interesting topic and we've never gone over it before. So number one, the term groinal response is used to identify any change or reaction in the groin area after an intrusive thought or intrusive image, such as a tingle, a swelling, or a small movement. So groinal response is the academic phrasing for what we've been referring to as like, or vagina alarm.
Vag alert.
And scientific research has shown us that arousal comes in all shapes and forms. We as a society are grossly uninformed in this area, which has made it so much harder for someone with OCD to understand what is happening to them down there. And like, you don't necessarily, I don't think, have to have OCD, but this article is specifically talking about the relationship, and it's pretty well written. Number three, our genitals are often reacting entirely to what is sexually relevant, not what we actually want and value. That's key. The term for this is arousal non-concordance. Accepting uncertainty is always the best route when it comes to your recovery from OCD. Reminding yourself this is arousal non-concordance repetitively is just another form of compulsion. So try to stay away from that. And it goes on a little bit, but what about those who feel more than just a twinge or a swelling during or after unwanted thoughts, images, or impulses? What about those who feel arousal or even experience an unwanted orgasm related to these thoughts? Some would assume this arousal is evidence of some type of denial or unconscious desires. This could not be further from the truth. Scientific research has shown us that arousal comes in all shapes and forms. We as a society, blah, 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 that goes down there. We already read that sentence. They just repeated it. And they're like repeating in this article. Okay, so there's a thing called like arousal brakes, basically. And so everyone's brakes and accelerator are different, and there is no right or wrong way for this to play out. There is no right or wrong time to experience arousal. Every one of us has a variation in how sensitive our brakes and accelerator are. Some women and men have very sensitive brakes, and some have a very sensitive accelerator.
Wow.
And that kind of also explains why you might get an erection at a weird time. And there's a book by this woman, Emily Nagoski. She's a renowned sex educator and author who writes extensively about all things sex. And she has a book called Come As You Are. And then she explains that there is a 50% overlap in how erect a man's penis is and how turned on he is. And for 50%. Women, there is a 10% overlap between what is happening in her genitals and how much arousal she is experiencing.
Really?
What this tells us is that our genitals are often reacting entirely to what is sexually relevant, meaning just anything that is sexual. not what we actually want and value, meaning like
especially for women
who you are attracted to. Yes, that's all filed under arousal non-concordance. And I just think that's so great because I'm sure that's a thing that like, again, a lot of people have experienced and panicked and go, oh my God, why am I looking this? Or why does this make me, or why am
I wet?
Yeah. It's just weird. But like, this is all natural. It does not mean you're a pedophile. Being a pedophile is a much deeper thing. And I think you would know.
And
so do not worry.
Yeah. And then it's what you do with those impulses. You got to control them. And you don't act on them. You just go, huh, that was interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
That's really helpful.
Yes, I was like, I love articles like that and just things we haven't talked about. And oh shit, one more thing. We need to give a shout out. Our lovely intern Molly, who works so hard for us, and we love her so much. Her best friend Avery, who we met in Dallas, celebrated her 21st birthday a couple days ago. And
21.
She's a big fan of the podcast. Aww. So Avery, happy belated birthday from us at Guys We Fucked.
Happy birthday.
And from your amazing best friend who was very on top of her shit, Molly. Happy 21st, baby girl. Hope your hangover was not too bad.
21. Okay. Oh, I love this interview with our guest this week. He's amazing. He's a stand-up comic. You've known him for. Are you both from the same hometown?
Not the same hometown, but we're both from Jersey, and we did shows in Jersey together for many years.
Oh, dope. I loved this conversation with him, and I feel like every time we interview people that I know, but then I get to know them so much better. This was like just what a lovely fucking.
It's a treat.
Yeah, I really like talking to him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Gordon Baker Bone.
Tequila on your tongue. So what if we're being young and dumb? I know that you're gonna eat me up. Chill, 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 you'll never get enough. No, 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 no. You let me go, but no one put it down like you. You got me stuck in your covers with all of your lovers, 'cause everybody's fucking with you. Ooh, bad boy, give it to me. I never get enough. I like the bad boys when they give it to me like I'm the only one. You make me bad, but bad, but bad boy. You make me bad, but bad, but bad boy. Yeah.
Okay, we are here with Gordon Baker Bone.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
I don't even know how to start. Just like, hey.
Yeah, you did it. That's how you start.
You started
That's
it.
how you gotta do. Yeah.
Gordon and I were talking about, the crying in the fetal position and drooling all over yourself after a breakup of 7 years.
What's the nice way of saying it? The shitty days of a breakup.
Oh, there was a lot. How many days were shitty for you? I had a couple months.
Oh, it was like a year until I really got it back together. Yeah, till like I got.
Fuck.
Till I looked like, till I felt complete again, it took a year. But like it took a couple months because like you dragged through. And like I think a lot of people should know, like, yeah, dude, it's going to suck, but you just got to get through it.
Right. Well, a year is actually really a short amount of time for a 7-year relationship because they say you're supposed to allow yourself half the time of the relationship.
Oh, yeah. Half the time of the relationship?
You had three and a half years. No. You like they're saying
I'm starting to cry right now. I'm getting my period, so it's also that.
Me too. They're not saying like, they're saying every moment is going to be the same level, but like it will take 3.5 years, I think, to like fully clear it as if it's a drug to clear it out of your system, which I mean makes sense. I mean, I still think about like my first boyfriend who I dated for 5 years. Like, I mean, those people will always be with you. You just have to like make it so it's not like a weight. It's like a fun thing that's a part of you that helped you grow.
Can't wait till it's that.
Yeah, it takes time. Like once you can look at it as growth, that's the fun part of it, because that's when you finally look at your ex for who they really were, because you do look at them with like rose-colored glasses for such a long time.
But it hurts when you look at them and then you go, wait, you weren't a good person. I don't think
you were being abused in a relationship.
You were emotionally manipulating me the whole fucking time, and I got goddamn tricked.
Oh, so this was both of you? Because I was like, I've had just nice ones that ended.
Well, that's good.
Just because it was like nice. It's just like we grew apart, or like no one was. So wait,
I got tricked.
So you were emotionally abused in your
Yeah,
relationship?
it was. I didn't realize it until like I started to go to therapy, and my therapist was like, "Oh, dude, you were being tricked into thinking that you were a bad guy, and you're really not. Like you were trying your best to be something that she wanted. It was something like that she couldn't figure out with herself, but like
Yeah, because you had mentioned to me you sensed that she was bored, but she didn't want to say anything.
Yeah,
because and I get that because when you love somebody. Boredom, you don't want to take 7 years. You don't want to throw that out for boredom. You don't know that it is okay to throw that out for boredom, even though it is.
Dude, like I talked to her after like a year and a half for the first time, and because like I just was like, all right, I'm gonna start dating again. I'm gonna treat myself right, and I'm gonna try to find somebody for myself. So I decided to call her up and just like, all right, let me just get some answers.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah. And it was nothing to be like malicious or to finger point or blame or anything like that. It was just something, just be like, I haven't talked. Something was my best friend for 7 years, and all of a sudden they're gone, and all of a sudden I just wanted to make sure that they were okay. Because my biggest concern was whether she was okay. Like haven't seen her in a long time, and I was just like, I just want to make sure you're alive, and if anything happens to you, like someone let me know. It won't be a Facebook message about you going away or passing away or some shit like that. So I called her up, and like we just had like almost a 4-hour conversation.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was just like, hey man, just let's just get it all out there, talk about it, and just little things she said in the conversation just made me go, I can't believe I was with you for that long.
Really?
Did you actually get the answers that you were looking for?
Did you get satisfying? Like, did she admit that she made you out to be worse?
No. She would never. She wouldn't give me that satisfaction even if I begged for it. Like it was just like.
Well, the kind of ego that would do that to a person is the kind of ego that would never cop up to it.
That you don't want, and it was just like It made me sad that I realized I grew away from her in that time.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that like I would be like, oh, I still love this person, but like like you said, you always gonna have a place for that person.
That is the saddest part. Like when you go back and you're like, maybe this could work, and then you're like, I feel nothing.
Yeah, and that was the hardest part, because I was like, man, I really love this girl.
Yeah,
and like, cause like before we even broke up, I was planning on proposing to her. Had a ring in my pocket and everything.
Oh my God.
I was so for real to make it happen. And
yeah, because you told me you had a fight before this part, and then you got the ring after the fight.
We got the ring like after the fight, because I was like,
because you won the fight, or
I think I won the fight. It was like,
I guess I got a ring.
I'll get a ring for myself because I did a good job.
If I could beat her in this fight, there's
so many more fights, a lifetime worth of fights.
Yeah.
So you interpreted the fight as like this is just a little thing to overcome.
Yeah, a little spat that like, all right.
She interpreted it as, I'm going to date someone else.
Yeah. She was like, oh, that's it. I'm going. I was just like,
what?
Yeah. It was
that quickly?
I don't know. She said that it was building up to that point. And
she used it as an out.
Yep.
She got more out of that fight, and she used that as an excuse to be like, well, I guess we're done.
I am out. And I was like, all right, I didn't know it was that serious, but okay.
Did you go cold turkey, not talking immediately? No.
We went 2 months without talking after, like, when she was like, for real, like, I'm out.
Okay.
And then we went from November to January, spoke on my birthday, and then we started talking every day. And then it led into 2 months after we broke up, she started talking to somebody, and I was like, that's natural. You can start people date. Like, it's lonely. So I was like, all right, cool. But I always felt like, all right, cool. We'll get back together because you know how much I love you and how much you love me. And then she kept saying that she had the ring in my pocket, and I was like hitting at it, and her birthday came up, and I was like, I'm going to propose on her birthday. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that because that's an idiot move. Like,
I was going to say, thank God, because that's just like, it takes away from her
shitty
day.
Birthday would that have been?
Makes her day about you. Like, that's not good.
Yeah, I did like, dude, same thing I was ringing in my mind. I was like, all right, cool. I got the ring in my pocket. Don't do it on her birthday. That's stupid to do on her birthday.
Yeah.
Because then you got to buy 2 gifts
Good call,
forever.
Gordon.
Oh, you were doing it from a financial.
Yeah, for a financial and
2 different reasons,
sound
but whatever.
reason.
Just doing it from
all around. It was still a smart reason.
Yeah.
And, so I was like, all right, not going to do it then. And then later on her birthday, I found out that she was going out on a date with somebody else. And then after that, it was like kind of rough because I was like, oh shit, this is real that you're talking to somebody.
Did you call her and you're like, wait, are we broken up?
Yeah, that's why I kind of was like, it took me a while to be like, oh, this is like for real that I got to go. And then she was like, no, I'm just talking. We're just dating. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, she was stringing you along.
Oh, for the longest time.
Oh.
And it got to a point, I was going on tour. We saw each other before I was going on tour. and she made it very emotional, very like, don't go, stay with me type of situation. Even though she was talking to somebody, and I was like,
so in your mind, I'd be like, okay, this isn't over.
Yeah, when I leave, I'm going to go to work, and when I come back, I'll fix everything.
Yeah.
And
And
she was just afraid you were gonna get pussy on the road. I think.
Or don't get pussy on the road.
Please don't fuck anybody while you're out there.
Please keep your dick in your pants. Squirted.
So I was like, all right, cool, I'm coming back home. And then like when I went on the road, the hardest part was still had the ring in my pocket. All my friends knew.
Like literally in your pocket?
Yeah, in my pocket. I would sleep with it in my pocket. I would hold it in my hand.
Were you afraid someone's gonna take it?
Yeah.
Not someone's gonna take it. It just reminded me.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
so
dude,
expensive.
I'm gonna commit to this person. So this is like, I know we're not talking, and like, no, we were talking, but we were going through this rough patch. She meant the world to me. That ring also meant something to me because it represented how much I cared for her. So I would like walk around with it in my pocket, and I know it was stupid.
So romantic.
Stupidly we did it. Like, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And I was all excited about it. And then just one day we got on the phone. She was like, did you check Facebook? And I was like, no. And she was like, why? I was like, why did you even ask?
That's the worst question.
And she was like, you haven't seen my page? I was like, no, I'm on the road. Why would I even do that? And then I looked on the page, and I saw that she went Facebook official with the dude while I was on the road.
I can't believe she made you look like that.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, that is rude.
I'm hurt by that.
Dude, I
Gordon.
was in Kentucky. I was just like,
Oh, you were in Kentucky.
it was the worst.
That sucks, dude.
That's not great.
We're on the road. We're
Why
by
were you in
Lexington because that's where we were on tour. And like I think we had a
I've
show.
never been there, but
Was it Louisville? It was Louisville, Kentucky. And I was
All right,
just
that's
like,
better.
so we're out on the outskirts of town, and I just remember being so mad. And I was just like, I gotta punch something. And it was this porta potty outside, and I was like, I'm gonna take my anger out on this porta potty, and I just started wailing on a porta potty in Louisiana, Kentucky, and like literally my hands were hurting and bleeding. My friend was like, "Did you check that porta potty to see if anyone was in there?"
oh, was someone in the porta potty?
Yeah.
Someone was in the porta potty.
Just me outside, like I can't fucking
Worst
believe that
episode of Punk'd ever. Oh my god.
someone just heard all of my emotions come out on the porta potty.
I hope they didn't get
Were they
shit
like,
on them.
No one-
stop punching
no one
my,
said
my
anything.
potty.
No one said anything, and dude just walked out. And he's just like, I guess you just need to get it out. You just need to.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what?
You
A
didn't
man
tip it, did you?
recognized.
No, not in tip.
Recognized a fellow man in heartache. I feel like men have like a sixth sense for other men when they're feeling down. I can never tell when a man is upset like that, but I feel like other men can.
Looking back at it, like, it's funny. It is sad at
It
the
is
same time.
funny.
Just like me in the middle of Kentucky, just swinging at a porta potty. It's some poor innocent soul just sitting in there like, I can't believe this is happening.
Trying to take a shit while you're
I
angry.
just want to get this out.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
but you're doing good. You're
Yeah, it's amazing what
what a year can do.
a year and a
Whole
half
year,
can do.
huh?
So you're a year and a half out. Okay.
Year and a half out. Started focusing more on me and reasons why I wanted the relationship and the parts that I wanted to focus on and how to be a better person overall, and just having someone outside take a look at my past relationships and be like, hey, it's not your fault, because that was a lot of things
Therapy,
too.
yeah.
Therapy, like, you blame yourself for a lot of shit that's really not your fault, and that's
Yeah.
what a lot of people got to realize is toxic as hell. Always thinking that it's something that you did, and sometimes it's just the world.
When sometimes you don't want to believe that the person you love is capable of doing that to you, whether they're consciously doing that to you or not.
Yeah.
You just don't want to believe that the person that was by your side for 7 years could manipulate you like that.
True.
And then you realize it, and then you cry for a long time.
Cry for a long time, but
Long
then
time.
the bounce back is more fun, because then you get
It
to
is.
find yourself all over again. Because
That is true.
That is, I'm getting back to be who I used to be, and
that's
is
good.
the best part, because like, I don't
What
know.
part of you did you lose that you got back recently? Like,
Part that I lost. I want to say a lot of my confidence and like being able to be silly, just like in and
Yeah.
outside of the bedroom, and just being like okay, and just being okay with being open and honest with your sexual side, because like when you get to like, I don't know, when you start talking to somebody new, it's hard to explain like what you really like sexually, and I'm missing that gap somewhere now.
what do you mean?
I know.
Because I think I know what you mean, but I don't.
This girl I was talking to, she was in a choking, and I'm not a choker, and how do I say this right? I don't want to choke you.
Okay. And you know what? I
lot
used
of
to get
guys
mad at
don't,
that,
yeah.
but a lot of
Yeah.
guys don't. that is fair.
Yeah.
That's that. If I were to get angry at that, that would mean that I'm trying to force you to do something that you are not comfortable with. Why would I do that?
No, but I'm running into a lot of girls or a lot of ladies that like getting choked. I'm just like, I'll pull your hair.
You know what?
I feel like that's partly my fault, and I want to apologize because I've been putting that out there real willy-nilly, and I didn't mean to. And I also try to hit dudes a lot, and they really like. I've never met a dude that actually like getting hit.
No, we don't like getting hit.
Oh, see, I have. It's fun when they like it.
Oh, really?
We date very different types of people, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't. Yeah, no.
They were hitters.
I really tried.
Ooh.
No, I only dated one who he would hit me and I would hit him, and it was awesome. But then he was cheating on me the whole time. So like, wah wah.
So y'all basically were just fighting.
Yeah, but it was fun. And then this one guy I saw, he's been on the podcast under the name Nico. That wasn't his real name. But he knew Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And I would come over, and my blind to like get things started was like, teach me some wrestling moves. And we would wrestle and then start bucking.
What are you in the 7th grade? Like,
yeah, basically.
Want to wrestle first?
Yeah. I get very physical, or I can.
Oh my God. Like,
so you don't choke. What do you do?
I am a hair puller. Ass
okay,
slapper.
that's in the same.
Yeah, that's in the same
family.
realm.
You know, choking isn't actually choking.
Yeah.
Some people.
It's just like put your hand on my chest.
Those people, no.
Couldn't even be around your neck.
Okay, so I think there's a level of where it becomes kink, and then it becomes like something happened to you and you're playing it out in the bedroom. And I totally know what you're saying. I I actually have a joke like where I explain choking. Like you don't actually want to be losing. Like it should be pretty
oxygen.
Yeah, like I don't want to mark. I don't want to actually have trouble breathing. You just want to feel a little
push me
pressure
down
on your neck that you're doing like. And also my hand is so small I can't even do it. But like just so you know, a man's hand could go all the way around my
even
neck.
On your clavicle bone, like pushing down.
Just it's just a little pressure. That's all I mean.
Not this little angel that I met. She
She's like I want to get choked, Corinne.
Oh, she took my hand and she like pushed it down, and I'm just like, this is getting kind of serious.
Where'd you get her, on Tinder or?
Yeah.
No,
what happened?
It was a friend, and like she was going through a breakup.
You fucked a friend. That's fun.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be fun, but I didn't know that side of her, and I was just like, oh, you like okay, and because before it was just like, hey, what you doing this Sunday? All right, well, it is what it is, and just like hanging out, and then it got wild, and I'm just like, oh my.
I see what you're saying, Matt, for the beginning of our conversation.
Really
about
funny.
Once you know about, especially if you're just friends with them, and then you know about their sexual side, you can never unsee that or unhear that. That's why I've never had sex with a friend ever in my life.
Never?
No, ever.
Yeah,
and I'm terrified of that. I don't want to see that. Once you're my friend, I never want to taint that.
Yeah,
sex
once
can fuck it
your
up.
friend tells you to get down and bark like a dog, there's no going back.
Oh no,
you'll never be.
You know, you just can't. There's no reverse.
That's never happened to you?
No. I've had friends. Well, I've had friends I've had sex with, and like I try to maintain a cool relationship. It's only serious relationships. I don't think we could be friends afterwards. But if it's just casual and like we were friends beforehand, we can always be friends. I won't let the sex interrupt our friendship, because that's the worst part. Because like we were friends before the sex, we might as well be friends after the sex.
Yeah, and also too, if you wouldn't be friends after the sex, like sex is the closest you can get to another human. I hate the way that fuck buddies tend to treat each other sometimes. I'm like, it doesn't have to be this fucking distant. Jesus Christ. You can care about me as a person and not, I'm not going to be like, don't fall in love with me.
But the thing about it is, like with fuck buddies, like I don't understand that dynamic also, because fuck buddies act like they can't have any type of like outside of friendship or like outside of sex, a hardcore friendship.
I know.
Like, dude, you can.
Yeah.
Don't just be honest with yourselves about it. And
no, none of my fuck buddies ever want to be friends with me.
Really?
They just want to fuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I don't have any anymore. I only had
a lot
2.
of work, I think, and so especially as we get older, I think the fuck buddies you're gonna find. Like I had more friendship fuck buddy. I don't have any fuck buddies anymore, but like I had more friendship fuck buddies when I was like younger that were actually my friends. But like when you're younger, you just have more time to have friends. Like when's the last time you made a new friend in your 30s?
That's a good fucking point.
I made new friends,
but like a real like close friend. I've made, in the past like couple years.
Stefania and I are gonna be friends.
I feel like I made two new friends. I would say.
You know,
when you're little, you're making fucking loads of friends.
Yeah, I think I make new friends through business now, and if it trickles outside of business, that's cool. And like that's what solidifies us. But I don't know. I try to be a friendly and open person with everybody around me. So.
And you are.
Yeah, like
you're
I try
very
to
friendly, dude.
Like I try to be cool and just like, all right, just hanging out. it's hard for me. It's hard for me not to make friends. Actually, now I think about it.
Because I'm too
You're so
friendly.
magnetic.
I feel like I'm too friendly at times. Like
You
I
are
feel like
not too friendly to me. That means that I equate that with annoying.
Yeah.
That's not you.
I don't even know. Like sometimes I'm like I gotta gauge myself. Like all right, scale it back, man. Don't fucking play frisbee with everybody. Like just like I don't even know. I'm trying
You're
to
asking
find
like 8 people to play frisbee on a Sunday. No one's texting you back.
Dude,
You're like,
like,
maybe I need to tone it down.
Yeah, I'm toning it down some. Just like maybe I'm getting too crazy. But like I'm just an open person. Just like fuck it. Like
What do
whoever
you
wants to
like
hang
in
out.
bed?
What do I like in bed? I like someone passionate. Someone that's
That means suck your dick.
yes,
I knew it.
easily.
Wait, is that literally what you meant by passionate?
No,
Like passionate
just-
about your dick.
No, just passion. When I say passionate, I mean like like.
No, I mean, I know.
yeah, I know what you meant.
I was just worried that I actually thought it meant sucking your dick because a lot of times with men it does, and then I just want to make sure
That's
I'm on.
it? Wait, you
I'm
think-
on board with that.
Passionate just means sucking dick. No.
Well, I've met dudes who equate it as that, but it's like, well,
That's-
if girls won't suck your dick, it's probably you, dude.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe you didn't get cut right. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Or just maybe they're a shitty person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
you don't
suck the
wanna-
dick of a shitty person.
You don't want to eat or put anyone's genitalia in your mouth that's just a shitty person ever in life. It's just
because that's an intimate act. I
Yeah.
really do think. I think going down on another person, that to me is more intimate than sex. I have to respect you as a person to suck your dick. Well, and some,
Yeah.
but I have been guilty of doing it to people I don't respect, and that's another demon that I'm dealing with in my journey of getting over my break.
Now, what I mean when I say passionate, I mean like being sexy in bed. It's not just head. It's just being down for fun
And being present.
and being present in the moment and being willing to laugh during sex also. That's what I equate with passion also. Like if we're having sex and something silly comes up and we could laugh about it, that's
like
fucking,
what, a fart?
a fart, queef, like
When you first heard a queef come out of a girl, were you like,
oh, it's
ew?
hilarious. Nah, it was hilarious. It was just like, what was that? Because like I was young, I was like, what the hell was
Queefs
that?
are like, queefs can be fartier sounding than farts.
Yeah.
And it's unfair, frankly.
If you can't giggle with her as she queefs, it's like
That's like a beautiful song.
That's what I want. Giggle
I
with
think
her
R.
as she
Kelly wrote
queefs.
that.
Giggle with her as she queefs.
yeah, like that's the type of shit I like. I like if we switch positions like too quickly and we bump heads while we're switching positions or get tangled up in like dumb positions.
In a
It's
game of
just-
Twister.
Yeah, it's like I don't think sex should be all like that serious where they just stare you down
Yeah.
as they're having sex with you. Like that's the word. like look at me, but don't be
Don't like blink your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
realize that we're doing the stupidest things we can do. And right now we're being silly, we're
And you can
having fun.
Freedom to be clumsy and
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't
They're
take yourself too
uptight
serious.
during sex a lot of the time, people in general. Or they're not either present, they're either not present or too uptight is my findings.
Too uptight or trying to be too sexy. And where they're trying to
yeah, I've
make
been
pouty
guilty of that.
face and they're
Yeah.
like flipping their hair back and staring
Yeah.
at you. Like, I get it.
You
I,
could tell when the girl's faking that.
Like, I get it. Yeah, you're hot.
Even worse than that, though, is when a man is trying to be sexy
Oh, he's
like
like,
that. And you're like, what are you
Ew.
doing?
Oh.
Please stop doing that.
What's the worst face you think you ever seen a man make?
I don't know. There's
Duck
a lot
face.
there's a lot of weird
duck face?
orgasm faces that I've seen.
Oh, guys' orgasm faces are fucking atrocious.
I never want to see
It looks
my
like you
orgasm
sucked
face.
in your skin backwards, like you know, when those those bags that you pack to get more sweaters in your suitcase, and then you have to put it
back
backwards.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so their face looks like that, like scrunched backwards, like a raisin.
It looks like someone released a scorpion into your butthole.
Yeah,
and
and
then your first reaction is the
your
face you make
lips
when
are
you come.
pursing. It's real bad.
Yeah, guys' O faces. I mean,
They're not great.
Do you
It's
guys
fine.
Do you guys prefer a dude making sounds or not?
yes. Oh my god, when a guy's silent, I'm
some.
like, is anybody enjoying this?
Some, but like sometimes people take it too far and they're like neighing like a horse. And and I don't know what's worse.
Wait.
Because I can make sounds, so it's never going to be silent in the room.
Yeah, but your sounds were like,
Yeah,
right?
my sounds are like, but some people have been like I've had men make really weird sounds that I've never heard. Like I've never.
oh my
having
god.
sex with
It's
a
very
scimitar?
rare in like porn that I'll see. Because that's the only time. Well, I guess I've seen women have sex in public at like a sex party, but I've never heard a sound that was like so weird. Except for like a baby sound every now and again a woman will make, and I really
no.
hate that. It freaks me out a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you know, like what? What was that?
Call.
But guys make real weird sounds.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Do you make weird sounds, Gordon? You can be honest with
Come
us.
on, you
I
do.
try not to, but if it happens, it happens. It like
what's a weird sound?
a weird. Oh.
Like a snort.
Oh, wow.
I just turned into corn. What's the weirdest sound I think I've ever made? Well, I have asthma, so I might have wheezed.
Gordon.
I might have wheezed once or twice. She might have thought she was killing me. And
Yeah, but she was probably proud of that. Like
She was very proud of
He's
it.
fucking me so hard, he's almost out of breath.
Oh my god, I'm killing this guy. This guy's gonna die. He's going to die for this puss. I'm like, yes, I am.
Have you ever had to grab your inhaler during sex?
I
That's the title.
secretly, yes, I have.
Secretly? How do
I've
you
left.
secretly?
Like I think I was going to have asthma attack, and not during sex. I think it was like about to happen, and this girl I was probably talking to came over, and I was like, I better slide this inhaler underneath my pillow.
Put the inhaler under your pillow.
Just in case. If you have asthma out there, don't
like
be
the
ashamed.
concerned tooth
Oh, I
fairy.
mean, yeah, no, you could die.
Oh my god, you should never be ashamed of your asthma, number one.
Actually, I know someone who died from an asthma attack. So yeah, you gotta take that really.
Oh my God.
A comic too. Yeah, you gotta be very serious about this.
Seriously,
That's so
dude, just
sad.
take care of yourself. Like,
Yeah.
don't be ashamed.
Don't
to
be
keep
afraid
your
to
inhaler.
breathe.
Yeah.
Keep your inhaler in the nightstand, man. Fuck it. If you go in there, have a
But
condom.
honestly, if a guy
and
was
inhaler.
fucking me and he had to grab his inhaler, I'd be like, "Go, Krystyna." I'd be like, "That's damn right. You do it well."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's compliments.
Did she not see the inhaler?
She didn't see the inhaler. I snuck it under my
Smooth.
pillow because, like, I was just like, I don't need it, but in case I need it, I would like to have it close by. Because it's like a fail safe. If I'm ready to tap out, I'm like, all right, might as well just grab my inhaler. This is my life. Judge me if you want to. I'm living.
Did you fuck with the lights off or on?
Oh, it depends.
Good
It
question.
depends on the mood. I prefer lights on.
Lights on?
On.
I like
Me
lights
too.
on because
I
I
hate
like
lights off.
I like lights dimmed.
Oh, you like the TV glow?
Yeah, but not a blue TV glow, a yellow TV glow.
Okay.
So like if I was having sex in this room, I'd probably turn all the lights off except that one, and I'd lower it real low.
Yeah.
So that there's like you can't not look hot in that lighting.
So
Oh, I get tired. I like full lights. I don't care
Stay
how I
awake.
look. I need to stay awake. Yeah. I get sleepy.
Oh man.
Have you ever fallen asleep while a girl was sucking your dick?
Yes.
Oh wow, that was a quick answer.
Yes, I have. I've fallen asleep during sex before.
During sex?
I
Because
am
you
a
didn't have your
tired-
inhaler?
Yeah, definitely. Like it would no.
Your
I was
oxygen level was
tired.
low?
I was fucking tired.
Oh.
Literally.
Was that in the 7-year relationship? Because that sometimes
It
7-year
probably
relationship sex
was.
that runs the gamut of
Yeah.
great, lazy, short, long, like every adjective you can apply to sex. I feel like you cover in a 7-year
After 7 years,
relationship.
you've had every single type of sex that
Right?
you possibly could have. Like you try to do the romantic
Quickie,
thing, you
yeah.
do the quickies, public thing at least
Yeah,
once.
oh, yeah.
You like car, like
a
you
different room, like a kitchen. You do it in their kitchen.
all the like the stupidest thing I think. Doing a room with a whole bunch of candles, like people think that's sexy, and I just want to let everyone know if you fuck in a room with a whole bunch of candles, it's hot as fuck.
Oh,
it's
really?
still
How many
candles.
candles?
A lot. You ever see like
How many candles?
It
Like
was-
over 20?
It probably was like close to 20. And like,
oh my God,
you could-
Gordon, that's
you-
a lot of candles. Go to
It
CVS,
looked-
get those battery operated
fucking
flicker
looked
ones.
amazing though. She came down. She was like, "Oh my god, this looks beautiful." And
Looks
you
like the set of The Bachelor.
Yeah, yeah. Just like she thought it was romantic, but midway through, you're both like, "This is hot."
Wow. I never thought of that.
It's so
because I
hot
haven't lit
here.
that many candles
Yeah.
before.
That's really funny.
2 or 3 candles, guys. That's all you really need. Like you don't need that all my children soap opera
It's
level
also
of candles.
dangerous if like something like it flies during like you throw a pillow.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep
if you throw your
after.
underwear
Oh,
on the
man.
ground, it lands in a candle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. So I'm in this phase. I don't even know if guys do this. So that's my main question. Do guys do this? I'm in this phase right now where I'm not seeing any. It's been 4 or 5 months since the breakup. I'm not seeing anybody. I don't have any desire to see anybody.
Yeah.
But I'm really taking masturbation and hanging out with myself to a whole new level.
Yep.
By buying and wearing lingerie just for me. And I mean, I'm not sure you do that, but like lighting candles and
Maybe.
like taking an hour on purpose.
I switched up my underwear game. I went from
Yeah?
just regular boxes to boxer
Briefs?
Yeah.
Do you feel
Boxer briefs
sexier
are
in
the
them?
best.
Yeah, boxer briefs are sexier, man.
Boxer briefs
More
are way
comfy,
very
comfortable,
sexy.
Don't you
lost a
feel
little bit weight.
sexier in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's form fitting.
I
You
would
appreciate
imagine.
your body a little bit more. Like, fuck, what am
And
I
you, do
doing
you like
being around
basically
here alone?
do you like feel yourself for like an hour and like masturbate for a while? Like do you do that, one of those kind of masturbation
Yes.
sessions?
I if I don't have a busy day. or like I got a gap in my schedule. Yeah, I go at myself and have a little bit of fun.
That's good, and set aside some time.
A lot of people don't. I don't understand why people feel so bad about admitting how often they fap it out. And plus, I think
how often do you fap it out?
Now I probably get at least 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Oh, like a day. Like if I just decide to do it, I can get to 5 in a day.
Whoa!
Dude, you can come 5 times in a day.
You can fap 5 times.
The first one's impressive, and the rest is just like, what are we doing here?
Wait, how old are you?
It's like an asthma
34.
dick. Like,
interesting. Because I feel like
I can't do 5 times a day.
The coming multiple times in a day, it's like maybe like 3 times when you're into your 30s. Like if you're
not corn and baker bone.
Could you fucking come 5 times in a day or only masturbate? Really?
Yes. I used to think that like
you're special. You are. I want you to know that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I tell my mom.
That's unique.
No, it's just like I don't know. I guess I feel like now I'm older, or I don't even know what it is. It's just like my libido. I don't know what it is. I like sex, and if I'm into you, after we have sex, if you give me like 2 or 3 minutes, I want to go back at it.
2 or 3 minutes? That's quick. That's quick rebound.
That's amazing.
Green beans.
A lot of water now.
Yeah,
drink a lot of water.
Is key.
Hey, that's another thing too.
Your skin does look very hydrated.
For any guy that's out there, if you're wondering why any girl doesn't want to give you head or swallow, it's because of your diet. Stop drinking a lot of beer. Drink some water. Stop eating fast food. Get your semen to taste right with just.
See, and men need another man to say that to them because women can't say it because that's condescending.
Wait, have you tasted your own semen?
Yes. Okay. I've been.
What a great man you are.
I know.
I wasn't just sitting there. I wasn't jerking off like, wow, it's time to taste my batch.
Even if you were, I'd be like, good for you.
Yeah.
I got snowballed and.
What?
Snowballed?
What's
that?
Oh, okay. A snowball. Well, I was dating this girl. She was like, I don't like swallowing. And I was like, why not? And she was like, I'll show you why. And she gave me a head. I came and she kissed me in the mouth to like let me taste myself.
Did she didn't swallow the cum yet and she kissed you?
Kissed me right in the mouth.
Oh, and that's snowballing?
That's a little rude.
I snowballed this weekend. High five, Gordon. We were doing it. That was a bad high five. Sorry. My arm's short.
In the slopes.
Yeah, and,
I was so impressed. That's such an impressive and it's so funny because I think guys are like weird, like they're like, oh, this is like homosexual. No, I'm not homophobic. And I'm like, there's nothing manlier. Like I was so impressed that the person did that. If you swallowing your own cum, that's a fucking power move.
If you grab me and make out with me after I've swallowed your cum, you're a man. You're a man. That's a man right there.
Are there guys that won't kiss you after they have you
Gordon? Yes, there are.
All of them is the answer.
Not all, but most.
You're really bringing a new game to the podcast because
we want to showcase men like you.
You're very unlike most of the. I mean, like you. I know you listened. Yes, you've listened to a lot of the podcasts.
I listen to podcasts like I like what you guys do because like just listening. You guys help a lot of people. You answer a lot of questions. You make people feel comfortable with who they are.
Oh, thank you. This wasn't a cue for a promo, but I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you. You make people feel comfortable, and I hear how you guys answer questions and how people email you guys and like the responses that you guys are getting, which is very positive, and I fucking love what you guys are doing, and there should be more stuff like that because I hang out with a lot of dudes. I hear a lot of men talk about sex, and it's boring because a lot of dudes lie. A lot of dudes.
What's an example of a lie?
That every dude's had a threesome. That
why would they lie? Who gives a shit?
A threesome.
It doesn't make you more manly in my eyes. If you have, great, but if not, I don't care.
Some people think that a threesome is like the greatest thing in the world, and honestly, like some dudes won't even have a threesome with their partner because they feel like, all right, I don't want to share her with anyone else. And when in fact your girl has a fantasy or your partner has a fantasy of living that out. Yeah. Like me and my ex, we thought about doing that until she realized like she didn't want to do that with me. I was like, all right, cool.
She wanted to do it, but with someone else. Like you were like because you were too close.
Yeah, we were too close. Okay. She thought that. Well, we both thought we would get too jealous. Right. And that was the reason why. I've had threesomes before, and I think that was a problem that she had with me before we got together. I had a threesome, and she knew that I had a threesome because I openly told her about it, and we got it out there. It was like, all right, it happened.
But that was a sexual experience you had before her, right? I mean, so
and this is the thing I learned about my past relationship. She was very jealous.
Okay.
So that
happens.
That's what it was. But like to get back to like a lot of guys lie about their sexual exploits because they feel like it makes them feel bigger, better, or more of a man, and it's not really the case, bro.
The irony is, if you were honest about your sexuality, you would be more of a man in my eyes than the person who no matter what you've done. It's
hard for people to accept. Like a lot of dudes just really think that, oh, I gotta get pussy. If I get pussy, I'm a man. And it's like, really, it's really not that. It's really not that great, bro. It's great to have that connection with somebody.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's just like you. Just like stop
lying.
Yeah, I feel weird in saying that's not like I always say. Stop putting pussy on a pedestal. She's just like you. She likes sex just as much as you do. Like,
well, I think the reason why men sometimes get angry at women for not liking them back is because they put pussy on a pedestal.
I really feel like a lot of dudes should get to know their girlfriends or get to know women a whole lot better. Because I hear dudes that talk shit about women. I'm like, yo, dude, don't you have a sister? Don't you have like a mother? Don't you have anyone in your life that's not a male that lives this lifestyle that can educate you about their every fucking day life and realize like, dude, having dudes hit on you constantly, having everyone think that you don't like sex is annoying as fuck when in fact that I don't know. I just went off on a rant.
No, that's an important rant. That's an important rant, and that's something that I feel like I've noticed for a very long time. But it again, I mean, a lot of guys listen to this podcast, which I fucking love so much, but I'm glad I'd rather have a guy come on and say those things because I feel like when it comes out of my mouth, it just seems preachy. And because I don't know what it's like to be a guy, which is true. So it's nice to hear that from your perspective.
Oh, another guy, for any guy that's listening, cut your nails before you finger anybody.
Oh, yes, for the love of God.
Go get a pedicure. It's not girly.
Thank you. I love when men get pedicures and manicures.
My mom was the first one to take me to go get a pedicure, 8th grade. She was like, all right, it's time. And I was like, all right, cool, where we going? She was like, yeah, we're gonna get your feet done because I played soccer and stuff and shit. So she was like, all right, we're gonna go get your feet done. I was like, I can't get my feet done. And then after that, I was like, oh shit, I should do this all the time. Yeah. It's like fucking go get it done. Like take care of yourself. That's another problem with what a lot of guys do. Go take care of yourself. You will be a whole lot more attractive to the world and to yourself.
And don't you feel sexier?
Yes.
Because what opportunities do men have to feel sexy? I mean, what can men do to feel sexy about themselves? Because I feel like men are not encouraged to do that.
I embrace how attractive and adorable I am. Some people look at me and go, hey, this dude's rocking a charm bracelet. Like, now that I grew out my hair, people look at me like, I feel like more, I confuse more people now. I feel like I walk around like Dennis Rodman. I'm like, nah, man, I'm just like, because I literally went to the mall and
Dennis
to go
Rodman
buy.
was the best, though.
Yeah.
Always more Dennis Rodman.
I was walking around the mall looking for glasses, and this lady came up to me. She did not know how to approach me. She was like, we have men's glasses, but these are unisex glasses, and I saw by your look that I was just like,
wait, she thought you were gay?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I never would thought that. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I sometimes because people see the hair and the headband, and like I have shades on, people look at me and just like,
Oh no, this all looks great.
I don't. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You look like a well-groomed straight man.
That's what I want to be.
Yeah.
And
but congrats. It's still cool. It doesn't feel overly feminine in any way.
No.
That's the crazy thing about it. A lot of people feel like even like the smallest thing you do, if you have your hands like taken care of, like pedicures or manicures, people look at you like, oh, he clearly plays for the other team. It's like that's not the case. No.
I don't know. I feel like white guys are more weird about it.
Does that have to do with race, though?
I hope not. Because there's a lot.
Black and Latino men definitely feel more comfortable. Like all the time I've seen like Black and Latino guys in nail salons with me. I think I've ever seen a white guy alone. Sometimes like a white guy will get dragged by. Was he straight though?
He looked like a Russian mobster guy. He was old and unassuming.
I'm talking like white American, any other other ethnic, like American, like white American men feel very uncomfortable.
They're on the edge. I don't know.
A lot of them in that. That's why when like metrosexual came, I just read this funny like commentary on the internet. Like metrosexual just meant like dudes just started taking care of themselves, but like it was so uncommon that we had to give it a title. And
Which
I feel
is
like
lame.
that, and that started in like cities, metrosexuality.
Because people don't want to take care of themselves. Everybody thinks a man's supposed
so
to be
not sexy.
gruff and
When
dirty.
you find a man
Ugh.
with nice feet, oh my god, jackpot.
Dude,
Jackpot.
you wonder why-
clean feet that don't scratch me, and I can't be if I'm bleeding,
Talons?
it better be from
You've
sex,
had
not
that-
from
you've
your
had that-
fucking
you've
nails.
been scratched before?
Yes.
Scratched by a guy's talons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disgusting. People's gross ass feet. Ugh.
Dude, when guys don't take care of their feet, it is a goddamn shame.
And my feet are so nice and so cute and so little. Even though they're fucked up from wearing Spice Girl shoes, they're still nice. Like, ugh.
They're
Gross.
groomed.
Dude,
It's
it's-
grooming. I appreciate grooming, but I do feel like white guys have this, and this has been my experience. They don't groom. They don't take care of themselves the way other men do. And I'm like,
my roommates used to
really
be like
lame.
that. My roommate back in college, he was a white guy. I love Mike. Mike, what up? Fucking like when he first saw me with like lotions and stuff in college, he was like, "Dude, do you jerk off a lot?" I was like, "No, dude, I put this on every morning."
You're like, I'm hydrating my
fine,
skin.
dude. Yeah, I don't want dry skin.
Now he puts on cocoa butter. I fucking
Oh,
love
good
Mike.
for him.
Yeah.
Like, how
it's
do you
just-
wash your face?
all right. I go
You
to
have
Lush.
beautiful skin.
I go to Lush now, and
See, this is like
Thank you.
Thank you. That's
But again, I'm a dude with a lot of lady friends, and
Well,
I
good.
learn from them. And
You
people
got
go,
good lady friends.
Yeah, and people go, "Why do you have so many female friends?" And that's another thing too. You gotta have female friends that you don't fuck everybody. Like you don't
That's true.
like because people
we
see
should just
me. and
hand
my-
over the mic to you and you just give a 1 hour lecture on
Please,
men.
you give a TED talk to men.
Dude, it just amazes me because like I have tons of female friends that I grew up with and hang out with, and like people are like, "Oh, you guys fuck." No, her? Are you out of your mind? She's what?
Right.
This loser? Are you out of your mind? I'm fucking
Nice.
friend. No.
Hope you say it like that.
This fat fucker. No, I have guy friends that everyone always tells me like they want to fuck you. I'm like, no, they don't.
No.
We're friends.
No, not at all. It's just like we're friends. We're hanging out.
You really
and
don't
you
want to fuck them. You
No.
don't even get a
Ever
little bit of a boner.
masturbated maybe one
Thought about him
time?
naked. Thought about him naked.
No,
Really?
no.
All right, good.
Because I've masturbated to a lot of my friends, even if I didn't really fuck them in real life.
Oh, really?
Sure, yeah.
You know how you say your friend's an idiot?
Yeah.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, I hear you. That loving way. I hear you.
Nice.
Love her to death, but like no, like she's
Yeah.
like when I see dudes like, "Yo, I'm trying to get with that," I'm like, "You're a goddamn fool."
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. I hope she's not secretly in love with you, Gordon, and listens
Oh,
to
that would be
this.
unfortunate.
that would be
Nah,
crazy.
you guys know each other well enough.
I have tons
Hopefully.
of female friends, and like I just learned, I learned about Lush.
So what do you use on your face?
I am now using this
Mask of magnanimity?
no, I'm using
That's
this
a good one.
sandstone thing that exfoliates and also takes care of your beard and do like started going to artist shaving and putting like
Oh, that store is beautiful.
yeah, like you like
You do beard oil too?
You do have a
beard
good,
oils,
well-groomed beard.
fucking learn how to shave the proper way.
How was his
Because
proper
beards can get real nasty if you don't take care of them. A lot of little things
get
hidden
those
in there.
ingrown hairs and
Yeah.
whatnot. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys
Oh,
gotta-
really? I didn't know that about beards.
I wish there was like
It's like a pussy on your face.
Dude, literally.
I mean,
It literally is. And people are like, I just let it grow. You are disgusting.
right. Do you know what one of my favorite, like I have a lot of like, I have like a lot of like weird like OCD anxiety things I do to like ease my anxiety. Like I love, like one thing is like, this is so gross. I love like popping zits and I hope that I always have them because I find it very like cathartic.
Most people do. I
Do
feel
you
like.
watch the videos?
Like, no, I can't watch them. Only my own. Only my own.
All right.
And then, but like another thing I'll do is I'll like pluck my pubes out one by one with a tweezer because you
Whoa.
can get the ingrowns
tiny-
out like that.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's real fun. Just want to share that with you. I don't know. Known you for a long time.
I had a. That's so wild.
Just
I used
sharing.
to
You never
have.
pluck out your pubes, Gordon?
Was that
individually?
too much?
I had
It's
an
really
ex
fun.
that used to.
It makes sense.
She would ask me
Never
like,
tried.
"Do you have ingrown hairs?" And I'd be like, I remember I had one nasty one like on my thigh.
Well, because you
And
pull it,
she
you can
was
pull it
like-
out with a tweezer. Yeah.
Dude, she was so excited. She's like, let me get it. I'm just like, yo, you are all right. Let's fucking. And it was the weirdest thing. So I was just like laid up on the bed, and she's like with tweezers and trying to get this ingrown hair out. And
Oh, I
like,
love doing stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know. She pretended like it was surgery. She had like
Yep.
like a towel and a tweezer.
spotlight.
Like it was like, what are you doing?
Gotta
like
keep
you,
it clean.
She's
You can't-
antiseptic.
Yeah.
You
no
rub it with alcohol.
infection. No
she
infection.
was so like excited to do that, and like I wish more.
Yeah, women love a
dudes
back zit. Oof, yes.
Oh, I
Get into it.
like
That's
that
how you
is-
know you're in love.
Yeah, when she
I've
rubs
never
your back
been
and
in
she was
love.
like, "Ooh, what's that?" Like that is, that's like some women I dated. Like they like, "Oh, is that an ingrown? Like, you want me to get that out?" Like, oh,
my God. Also, like we're looking at it a lot. Like when you're fucking, like even if it's good sex, like sometimes I'll just like not get bored, but my eyes will
look
drift.
around.
I'll
You
look
look around their body.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like if I try to notice, like, do I have a nipple hair that needs to be removed before I go out, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing people are not talking about. My skin's very light and my hair is very dark. There are some nipple hairs there, but not when you see it.
Do you pluck them?
Just pluck them right out.
Pluck
yeah.
'em.
I know some girls that will refuse to pluck the areola hairs.
And that I respect.
It's their body.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. I don't like hair. I try to have minimal hair.
I don't like a lot of hair on myself either. And like, shout out to anybody.
Wait, do you shave your legs?
I don't shave my legs. No,
they're very smooth.
I don't know. I guess from years of getting kicked in the shin.
Oh, so you have like light hair. You have like little baby hairs.
Yeah, I've got like baby hairs and stuff. But I do manscape myself.
That's
because,
good.
like,
What's your manscape of choice?
I go all bare, and then like once it gets to a little bit of a fuzz, I'm like, all right, back down.
So 100% no hair.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
I just don't like.
Even
I don't
the balls,
understand.
or do hair grows? Does hair grow on your balls?
Are you serious? Yes.
I don't know.
Everyone, yeah.
Okay, then every guy I've ever been with.
Everybody.
But how do you get that off? Because they're so. I know, like if you cut your balls, it's a huge.
Yeah, you can't.
They're like problem.
They're like an old lady's hand
very
skin.
Slowly.
They're very.
I would suggest any man that manscapes. Get like, you ever see those like man commercials where they go, it connects to it forms to your face?
Yeah.
That's not. I 100% believe it. It's not for your face. Like it's for when you're manscaping down in that area for
wink,
your
wink.
balls and stuff like areas like that. Like
they should just be honest, but whatever.
I don't know.
Shave your balls,
like
Jess.
back massagers for
Yeah,
a vibrator.
Hitachi. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But it's just like, if you're gonna do it, you just take your time, be careful. And that's like
Have you ever
one
cut
thing.
your balls?
I've cut close to my puke. I like close, like inner thigh. Yeah, and you learn like you got to take your time with doing shit like that.
Do you grow hair on your taint? Does that guys grow hair on their
Yes,
taint? I never actually. I guess I've looked. I don't really know.
Guys,
It's so hard to get all the hairs.
You got a lot of. We got a lot of hairs. You got a lot of objects
you got
down
really
there.
uncomfortable about thinking about shaving.
Well, because I really just put a lot of care into it. I'm like, my legs always up. I always feel like I'm like standing like Captain Morgan, like just like leg up. Just
got
fucking.
to.
Oh, yeah,
you gotta stretch the skin as you shave it so that
one
you
leg
get it
on
close.
on a tub, the edge of the tub hanging off. You put a towel down to catch any hairs and whatnot. Because like that was a weird conversation that like when I lived with my mom, like I was gonna shave.
Scoring, your pubes are everywhere.
My mom would leave me notes
She was like, you
about
have
my
hair
pubes.
all over the place. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you get what I was doing in there. But
She did get that it was your pubes.
I just do it in the shower so that the water softens.
And then
the
if you run
skin.
the steam, if you make the water hot, then it's
Yeah, you gotta, dude.
Gotta get in there.
I wish more people just would take time and got to know themselves, especially dude. Well, yeah,
I agree.
everybody.
Especially dudes. You're right.
Especially dudes is right, because I think women get encouraged to take a day for you, do you, feel sexy for you, and that should happen. But men should do the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, do you shave your butt inside?
Butt crack?
Nah.
No. Okay.
No need for me to go back there.
Okay. Really?
Yeah,
Have you ever had a finger up your butt?
It's an uncut. I've close.
It's really fun.
I've had a finger like for doctor reasons and prostate.
Well,
Okay, well that's
that's
a little
different.
No.
You liked it?
It was stupid. The reason
you like
why. It was all right. In college,
Hey, no judgment. I understand.
I love that it started with in college. It was a weekend.
It was my freshman year of college.
Fall, the air was crisp.
I just left home. My girlfriend was back at home, and she was telling me, "Hey, you know, masturbating is cheating on me." And I go,
What?
Yeah.
Were you dating Jesus?
I guess.
What the fuck was that?
She was like, you know, masturbation is like cheating also. So like, I'm all the way out in Ohio. I don't have a girlfriend out there. She's not driving out to come see me. So like, there I am playing like soccer and going to class and just so backed up. And
Wait,
then,
you really didn't masturbate?
No.
You could have.
I was an
You're
idiot.
such a good person.
I was an idiot. No.
That's adorably sweet.
It's really sweet.
So like almost 2 months go by and
Oh
like,
my God.
and like
You're gonna die.
Yeah, like so wet dreams are happening, and like it got to a point where it was like,
Your roommate's like,
am
hey,
I
Gordon.
peeing semen? And like I got nervous, and I called my uncle, and my uncle's my doctor. He's like,
Oh, that's
doctor also.
perfect.
So he's like, yo, you need to go to a hospital. If you think you're peeing semen, you need to go to a hospital right now. So they gave me a ride to the hospital, and they checked my prostate, and they had to check.
Oh, and you were like, hey, yo.
Oh, dude.
Because you
she
haven't
was-
been masturbating.
Nope.
Yeah, who's
Was the
cheating
doctor
now?
attractive?
I just know some lady. She just
Oh.
like just 2 fingers.
Did you
and just
come when
rough.
she did that?
No.
Oh, okay.
That would have been funny, but no.
It would have been understandable almost.
Holy shit.
They checked and it was like, yeah, you just need to jerk off, dude. You
That's
just
really
really
they
backed up.
The
prescribed
doctor
that?
prescribed you
That's
jerking
like-
off
Yeah, because they also checked my urethra, which is
with the Q-tip.
the long Q-tip. You ever see those?
Yes,
I have seen those.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's just funny because they're checking your ear from across the room. No, they take that and they just go down your urethra, and that shit burns like fire. And then they go, "Oh, no, you just need to masturbate."
So wait, so like what? So with like Catholicism and everything, where they really don't advocate masturbating, like there's just a bunch of kids walking around peeing semen? Like what's happening?
I think they're actually jerking off.
I think they're jerking off. They're getting it out somehow. Like you got to, because if you don't do anything, you start going. Like getting the shakes.
Loopy, yeah.
Like it
is interesting because I for a long time in my life with men and that the whole like I have to come, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then as I grew older and was with somebody for that long, I'm like, yeah, if you don't come, you're not only cranky and rude, not every man, but the ones I knew. I'm like, you turn, like you get anxious, it's like you can't, your life cannot.
It hurts.
Go on until you jack off.
It
and
actually
women
hurts
just
sometimes.
don't. Like, I don't feel that at all.
When you finally have that release, it fucking hurts.
Really?
It builds up and you just like, all right. And then like people laugh about blue balls. It's never been a different color,
like
but it's just
like old period blood.
Like it's been there forever. It's like dust. Dust comes out of your dick.
I've been in there for 15 hours.
Right. I just thought it might age. Okay. Anyway.
I just like, it hurts. I'm not trying to say for everybody, but I know if you do get riled up and you don't do anything and it does build up, it like that next orgasm can be quite a difficult one.
Where does it hurt? In your dick, in your balls, in your pelvis?
Like in kind of like in the base, and then it like builds up. It's something.
Your pelvic floor?
Not even pelvic floor. Like the base of your dick, like by like the shaft and shit.
Yeah.
So it like and like then upon release, it just hurts.
Now, did you call your girlfriend and say, "Babe,
yeah, I'd let her know.
I had to masturbate"? Did you do it before or after you came?
No, because I told her after, because I was like, look, this is something that is a problem, and like I told you, and she was like, all right, and we got into a fight, I guess, and then we broke up, and then
you broke up.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. How long did it take for you to realize that masturbating is not cheating?
I think when the doctor put his finger on my butt, I think that's when
that really opens your mind.
Opens your mind up to possibilities.
Love shouldn't feel like this.
That's funny. Oh my God.
But it's just like, I don't know. I think more people just need to be open and start talking more about sex, because I enjoy. The reason I love listen to y'all podcast because y'all talk about every fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to even fucking be here, because like I just think that it's something that we all do, and we just don't talk about it in a fun way.
Yeah. Well, it's great also because you get to know people really well, in an hour that I've known you for years, but I would have never predicted all the stuff that you've already said.
Oh man.
This is very deep. This is very emotional.
I have
tender.
I talk about so much shit. Like I don't mind period sex.
Good. Thank you. Get that out there.
Yeah, please.
I joke about how I hate it, but I joke about it.
Why?
I say that I hate it because of how as a man, we don't know anything about it, and which we don't.
That can change. What do you want to know?
No, I'm learning now. I know that like I've had exes that use me like kind of like as a plunger, as like a way like, all right, you won't help me get this out if we have sex. Don't on my period. I'm just like, that's not.
Wait, get your period out or get cramps away?
Get cramps away.
Yeah, that's true though.
Is it true?
Yeah,
medically true. Yeah.
No. I would make.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, Steven, you need to fuck me right now. I'm cramping so hard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You could also take a walk, 100%. But fucking is more fun.
Yeah. But when you're period, you're lazy, you have gas, you're bloated. Just fuck me.
Oh yeah, the gas is definitely there.
Yeah. Yep. And then just like your stomach, like I gain literally like 5 pounds of pure water weight in my stomach, and like every month I think I'm just getting fat, and then I'm like, your period again. Like I don't know how long it's going to take me to figure this out.
Some women go mentally a little woo woo. I'm one of them. In the middle, but I do it like a week before my period, and I always think something's wrong with me, and then then a week later I'm like, oh yeah, every fucking time.
Oh, another guy advice. Every dude if you have a girlfriend or anyone you're dating, get a period tracker in your phone.
Ooh. I like that advice.
What a pro tip.
Just
that's
have
good
one.
advice.
This is good. Everyday advice.
We're gonna have to make this episode into a coffee table book.
Seriously. Take all your quotes and put them each on a page.
Full of facts.
Just have a period tracker for the person that you're dating, who you're with. It helps. It comes in handy.
No, because tell the girl or like
you should.
You should
because
if you're tracking somebody, that's got.
I know, but how do you bring that up? Yeah. How do you bring that? Because if someone did that to, I would feel a little.
How'd you bring it up?
If your partner knew, I don't like the proper way that I brought it up. I just like, look, I know, like, I know that like you're about to start your period. Usually like fried foods around now. Here's a cannoli.
Full service boyfriend.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Wow.
Just literally, it just helps with arguments, fights.
Yep, you're right.
If you're someone that does the rhythm method, you
know when to not do the rhythm method during ovulation.
Yeah, it'll
which
let
is
you know
in the middle.
when she's ovulating, where it's possibly going to start, when it's possibly going to end. You could plan your vacations and your life around something that should be part of both of y'all.
You know
for
what?
sure. I mean, I always plan my vacations around my period. I'm on the pill though, so I can fucking trick it. Like if I'm going somewhere and I don't want to have my period.
What do you mean you could trick it?
You just keep taking the pill. So there's 1 week is sugar pills, and so you take the sugar pills the week that you're menstruating. So, but if you just go from like working pill to working pill and skip the week of sugar, you won't get your period that month. You can't do it more than like 2 months in a row because then you'll start spotting.
Yeah.
Because you'll be backed up basically. But you can do it. You can definitely like I used to skip my period every other. It depends it depends also if you want to know if you're pregnant. Like when you have a partner, it's easier to skip because you're like, oh, I'm not.
That is my ex had I don't know if it was a period tracker app, but he just kind of kept like a note on his phone about, and so when I would start to like go nuts and be out of the blue, just like yelling at him, he'd look at his phone and be like, oh, and then he would be like, it's okay, it's fine. And then he would always tell me, he's like, yeah, you're gonna get your period. I'm like, oh, I am? Well, fuck you. That's very considerate. I'm glad you've been keeping track.
But what if
Thank
you
you.
actually just pulled some grade A bullshit and I just happened to have my period and then you're being like,
oh, it goes both ways. Like, but it's like sometimes
you could take advantage of that.
Sometimes you could take advantage of it, and sometimes it's just like, all right, you are just fucking up. You are an idiot. It's not my period. Like, but thank you for knowing that my period starts in 24 hours.
Right. Girls are also super horny during their period.
Yes, they are.
Not day 1, but maybe by day 2, definitely
2
day
and
3. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
My ex
very horny.
My ex was the day before, and kind of like the last couple of days when it's just like kind of drying up, and like you're like, all right, cool. Can we take the chance? And
you could fuck. I mean, it's very probability of getting pregnant on your period is very low.
It's very low.
That's why I'm always like, jizz in me.
My whole thing was I didn't like having to use a towel. I did.
Why? Why was a towel?
It's sometimes because like if you're
Would it get really bloody?
But if you're having fun, it would get bloody sometimes. Because you usually be like still like the heavy flow area. So like it was a towel that we would fucking ruin, and then or it would be the shower. And I wasn't used to being in a shower and looking down and seeing blood. And like that's like something that a woman does when she starts having a period every single, like once a month, look down like, all right, I'm just bleeding. It is what it is.
Yeah, some people are really aggressive about it. Like women are like, you should deal with it. And like it is kind of gross. And I totally hear you. And I find it
I'm
gross.
not used to.
It smells different. Like it doesn't even smell gross, but it smells metallic because it's blood. Like it's just having blood flowing from
pleasant.
you at any part. When you get a cut, when you get punched in the face, you're not like, this is great. Let me bask in it. Let me make a fucking crochet about this.
Lick it.
Bleeding is not the best.
It's not the best.
We're not loving it.
I don't enjoy
I understand it's
Yeah.
natural. I understand it's a part of life.
Sure.
But I still have an idiot man brain at times, and just being in the shower and go, it's blood on the floor. It's blood on the floor. And just
I mean, sometimes I'll have my period and then I'll go to the bathroom like, oh fuck, and I'll be alarmed. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's not the regular kind. Like sometimes it's chunky. Like it's not.
Oh yeah,
That's like a deep love.
uterine lining.
Casual. Like I don't think I would never expect anyone to have like casual period sex.
Yeah, nor would I ever want to.
If you want to, you want to. But yeah. So wait, you mentioned the rhythm method. Do you use that?
Now
and is it a method?
No, it's not really not a method. It's
Yeah,
not
because I get really nervous when people say that.
It's you're praying that you.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But like
I understand it.
But why are you using that?
I
I'm
get it.
older now, and the people that I date and I sleep with, it's not just like casual sex. If it's casual sex with somebody I don't know, condom all the way, every single time.
Right.
But if it's someone I'm dating and we're seriously talking and going to have a relationship together, then I feel like we should be mature enough to be honest with our sexual past, actually getting tested and talk about when the last time they got tested.
Sure. Well, how do you bring that up? How do you specifically bring that up?
Have you been tested before?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's just as easy. A lot of people, some people don't, they get like that idea, that conversation kind of makes them nervous, but I'm like, it's just as simple as being like, hey, when was the last time you were tested?
Dude.
That's all you got to say.
I feel like everyone in their 30s is pretty chill about that. Like, it's weird. Like, but when you get in your 30s, everything is very like laid back now.
And also,
like,
if a guy asked me that, I'd be like, thank God that you respect your body enough to also respect mine, you know? Yeah.
Dude, it's, honestly, everyone should definitely get tested. Like, my mom's in a sorority, so they would do initiatives and talk about safe sex with kids and the issues with
safe sex.
Having a discussion with kids about safe sex.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Sorry about that.
That's
Sorry
just
about
for
that.
you.
Don't worry about isolating those sound clips.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Thank you.
You really don't.
Thank you. Yes. And so like, it's just been like a natural thing for me to be able to talk about like getting tested, having safe sex, or just sex in general.
So you've always been comfortable with it.
It's grown more than from when I was younger.
Journey.
It's been a journey. Like at 19, like I wasn't masturbating because I thought I was cheating on my girlfriend. Now I've come full circle.
Well, misinformation is a
heart.
huge problem in sexuality. Yeah, and because a lot of it is just because like people are giving facts based on emotion, religion, things that have nothing to do with sex.
Yeah,
I mean, in that part, like the educational part of sex, obviously emotion.
It's interrupting
to do with
facts.
It later, you know? All right. So I do want to hear. You said you've had some crazy sexual experiences. So we're nearing the end, but if you could like pick a standout in your sexual career.
Which one?
Oh, I know there's last time I talked to you about sex, you taught me what the devil's threesome was.
Yes.
I mean, that's a threesome with two men and a woman.
I just didn't know this was years ago. I didn't know that's what we were calling it. I just called it a
or
a
if you're Brett Kavanaugh, it's a drinking game.
It's a drinking game. Idiot.
Fucking
Idiot.
piece of shit,
Idiot.
motherfucking cunt.
Idiot.
Whatever.
All right. I hope he doesn't get in. Damn. Do you want to hear about
options? Yeah. Like choose your own adventure.
Yeah, baby scare or inappropriate one night stand.
Inappropriate one night stand.
Okay. All right.
Baby scare is too scary for women.
Yeah.
It's triggering.
So I'm on the road. I am recently single, and I'm talking about it on stage. And this lady comes up to me after the show, and she's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" And she was like, "We're hanging out, we're drinking, having a good time." And she comes up and she goes, "Well, you want to come? Can I go back to your room?" And I was like, "Yeah, we could do that. Yeah." So like we're having sex, and midway through, she says, "Nigger dick."
Whoa.
Was she not black? Was she
no,
white?
she was white.
She just says it?
She's like, she says, "I love your nigger dick."
I thought she just yelled it like.
Oh no,
like Tourette.
She said it,
and not that it mattered. It was both bad, but hard ER.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very pissed.
Oh my God.
Very pissed off, and I remember just like, fuck, I gotta get out this room. Cause like afterwards she laid down, she fell asleep, and I put on my shorts. I put on my shorts because it's my room, and she fell asleep. And
there's a racist in your bed.
Yeah, and I was like, it was so weird because I was just like, how do I get her the fuck out of my room? Fuck this bitch. I'm gonna like, I'm so mad. And then I just remember.
What'd you say after she said that?
I didn't say anything because I was in shock.
Yeah.
I was in total shock and like appalled, and I just went into the hallway. I had no shirt on. I had these like shorts on. I had no like socks on, and I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? And I'm calling my friend like, yo, how do I respond to this? What do I do? What do I do? And I hear like down the hall, it's a party. Like people are drinking, and they're loud as hell, and they're singing like Disney tunes. And literally, this is what happened. I go down there and I started drinking and singing Disney tunes.
Just go to this party.
Literally singing like a whole new world. I don't know why they were doing that.
I mean, they're fun people.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're fun
I've done
people.
that.
And I was just like, I just desensitized myself from the whole situation. Just like,
yeah,
all right, I just need this for a second.
Yeah.
And then just, I was in there for like 2 drinks, and then I was like, shit, I gotta go back and get this bitch out of my room. So I go back, and she was like, was that? And I was like, yeah, was that fucked up? Yeah, that was real fucked up. You gotta go. And she was like, I'm really sorry. I just thought that. I was like, no, I wasn't into it. Not at all. Don't do that type of bullshit ever again.
Nope.
And she was, and I think she was trying to be sexy with it. She was like trying to touch my chest because I still didn't have a shirt on. I was like,
after you came back in the room? Oh,
she was bold.
She didn't get it. She didn't fucking get it at all.
She was bold as shit. and she fucking she was trying to be apologetic, and she was like, I'm not right, like that definitely feels like you're racist. You gotta go.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes people bring like race as a kink into the bedroom, but you gotta check with somebody. Like if you can do. It's the same as like checking if you can choke. I think it's like check. Like, can I say the N-word? Like, because it is, and I do know
the answer's mostly gonna be no.
Well, no, I know actually several. I know several comics actually that have like that say like they like having that.
We've had listeners
sex,
email us. And they like race play in the bedroom and.
Jesus.
Yeah, we've had black dudes, white chicks, black women with white men. Like we've had everything, and it can get some of the emails. It can get intense, but you have to.
You and your partner. That's
you
something
both
that
have to be on that same page.
And your partner need to discuss.
That's not a one night stand thing.
That's definitely not a one night stand thing.
Yeah.
And some people's like, oh, that's maybe she needed that. She did not need that from me.
Right.
That
And
is,
also,
like
it's like if the guy, like if you were the one who wanted that versus if she's the one who wants that, that's a whole different story.
That's totally different. And I just remember that whole situation because like she was really trying to, because like when she went to lay down, she was like trying to pull me to lay down. I was like, this is not, no. And I know she felt that I wasn't into it because I left the room.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she stayed, like the mere fact that she stayed, and after I came back, that she was still there, I was just like, she really thinks this is okay, and it's not okay. And that was like the wildest shit I've ever had.
Yeah, that's
just like happening
insane.
in the bedroom. And it's just like, I'm not into this. I don't like this. I wish I was a little bit more present in the moment, that I could have like kind of articulated more.
That wasn't your job though.
Yeah, exactly. But
I think it's a good story though, especially to hear from a man, because I think so often, less with words and more with like actions, women are in situations in the bedroom where they feel kind of like frozen or in shock by something that's happening, and everyone's like, well, why didn't you say something in the moment? So it's kind of like good to hear. Not great that it happened to you, but like good to hear from a dude that's like, this is something
that's
that
like
happens
a human
to me
thing that can happen to people
that I fucking hated, and I felt like violated. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely. A lot of people just really need to realize that not every dude wants certain types of sex. Not everything is cool. It's okay to tell someone no.
Talk to each other.
Exactly.
Just
communicate.
Fucking talk, even if it's a one night stand. Talk can be
Communicate.
foreplay.
It could be, that could have been a sexy thing where you discuss like, can I say no? You cannot say.
And then you don't even go there.
Not even cool. And
I'm sorry. If a white woman asked a black guy if she could say that, I'd be like, that's fucking.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
That is so wrong.
I know somebody tried to lose, like, well, maybe me and my girl. Like, that wasn't for me. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
She did it. I didn't like it. I got the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it was that she stayed and waited. And I was just like, yo, bro, this is not.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
When someone leaves the room during a one night stand for like a long period of time, you just show yourself out.
Yeah.
She did not take the hint, even though I left and went to go sing Disney tunes. Just like fucking.
Yeah, because Disney hates Jews, not blacks. So that was a safe route for you. Yeah, that was good.
Anti-Semitic.
Facts.
Wow.
But yeah.
Was that also, I remember Corinne was asking you this before we started recording, that you've also had a traumatic experience. Was that the same? During sex?
I think that was like my most traumatic experience. The one that sticks out the most.
Yeah.
Like.
Have you ever had race come up during sex for you ever other than that moment?
I date interracially.
Mm-hmm. So you have jokes about that.
Yeah. I date well, I'm from Jersey, which is like basically a fucking melting pot. Everybody, for the most part, like I've dated anybody I found attractive. I grew up in Newark. It's very diverse. So if I find you attractive, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get together.
Right.
I used to date this Bengali girl whose parents used to tip me every single time. Like
to what you?
Tip, like give me like cash.
For what?
Just because they thought I was helping her out. Like
helping her?
Yeah.
Oh, like she was
get to the
lying to
car?
her parents?
Yeah.
About
like
who
you're an
you
aide.
were?
Yeah, like I was an aide for
You
her.
were like an aide?
Yep.
Did she have a disability?
Nope.
Wow. Were you
My
ever
mom
like,
told me-
to your girlfriend, were you ever like, hey, can you tell your parents I'm not your aide?
And she was always saying like, no, but they don't know. They don't understand.
Okay, but like make them understand, right? Or
is
that so
the
hard?
way she explained it, she was like, oh, like I'm not allowed to be dating and look, we're this and third, and but you're always around me because like I would help her like bring her stuff from like from college and stuff. I would help pack her bags and like bring them down, and like her mom was like, here's 20. I was like, What the fuck is this for?
See, I would have just upped my rate. See, because I feel like it's hard to undo generations of racism, but you could just get
it was
up that rate.
It was just the mere fact that she was really like, I know why she was trying to keep it secret. It was like a religious thing. She was Muslim also, so it was rough. I got that part of it. But
so basically, if you were also like anyone other than Muslim, they're gonna be not happy.
I wanted her to be like more forthcoming with her parents, but like I know like that's a cultural thing that she had to come out with on her own.
How long did you date her?
About 2-3 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Did they ever stop tipping you?
I guess sometimes they just didn't have cash on them. So.
Did
That's
they ever
when you get Apple Pay.
Did they ever
a Square reader?
Yeah, get a Square reader and an iPad and be like, you can.
I guess later on.
Did they ever know you were boyfriend girlfriend?
I guess later on she probably told her mom or whatever. But
wow,
I guess that probably came after the relationship.
Were you disappointed in her for that, or did you understand?
I was very
I would be disappointed.
It was 50-50 because I knew culturally it was rough for her. It's also it sucks on the other hand because I know her parents don't know that we're together. It seems like this relationship, she's not taking this relationship strong. It's not going to go that far if this is still happening.
That's what you're going to do.
So that's another thing that like I had to deal with. So it's like just like stuff like that, like small bits and pieces with stuff like that. Especially like when it comes down like the interracial dating, like it's rough because everybody thinks that it's easy. Just two people just want to get together, but it's just like it's your family's involved, your culture's involved, and you two are.
That's true. Actually, you're right. I never thought about that. Your family is involved when it's interracial dating because you have to confront. Is my family the type of people that are going to be biased, or they don't give a shit, or you don't? But wouldn't think that if the person was your same race. Right?
I used to have to defend my little brother to my parents because like we moved from Newark to Maplewood, which is a diverse.
My brother lived there for a while.
It's a diverse town. It's a very beautiful town. He grew up. He only went to kindergarten in Newark, and then first grade through 12th, he went to Maplewood South Orange, where all his classes were like either AP classes, and he was surrounded by predominantly white women. So he dated more white women. And my mom used to get upset, and she used to say like, "Oh, you don't see any black girls that you like at the school." It's like, it's not that. It's the environment that he's in, and she's like, "No." Like, because there's stigmas.
I was going to ask if your parents would also show similar bias as your ex-girlfriend's parents.
It wasn't. I don't think it was bias. It was just like, is he really trying to date? Is he only, because there's a stigma of that, all right, black men are dating white girls because it's easy. It's not easy.
Right.
It's a relationship. No matter what race you are, it's a relationship. And you should not just be dating someone based on their race. The point of it, I was trying to stress to my mom was the fact that like, look, he likes what he likes. He can't help what he likes. He grew up with these women. He finds them attractive. It's nothing subconscious. It's nothing that's, because there's a whole thing that I hear some people say that if you don't date within your race, you're saying that you hate your culture, that you hate like your race. And it's like, that's not it at all. I'm attracted to this person. I love this person.
Yeah.
This is who I choose to be with.
Yeah.
So
I think it's more like with people like, like for an example that everyone can get like knows is like the Kardashian women, how like they basically exclusively date black men. And I think that's when people like question whether it's just like, is this more of like, are we doing this because it's a trend? Is there just
or is that who you're attracted
genetically
to?
Who they were attracted to?
If you're attracted to somebody, your dating style should not be a trend.
Well, you should interrogate. This is something Dan Savage always says. Interrogate your desires. So are you, if you're attracted to a certain type of person, a certain race of person, a certain anything, ask yourself, why? What is it? And really dig deep. And if you still feel good about those reasons and you feel like those reasons are the basis could be for a solid relationship, whether it be just sexual or romantic, then it's okay. You're not.
Dude, I love women. I don't care.
Have you ever had issues where you dated somebody who was a different race than you and they didn't understand what you go through every day? Like,
yes.
Yeah. And what was that like?
Ooh. That pissed me off.
Well, because I knew a white girl who dated black dudes, and she didn't get. That happens.
She
didn't get the kneeling in the NFL thing. I'm like, what? You don't. Dude, you're too you don't get it.
It's rough because it's hard because you want the person to understand your plot in life.
Yeah.
And I understand why people date within their race because you feel a common connection, a common experience. Mm-hmm. And the one thing you want from your partner is them to be able to either what's the right word, to show empathy.
Yeah.
Or
and
just
to listen
be able to relate and understand. My situation was I was talking to this woman who I thought that we could be in a relationship. I was walking in a Dwayne Reed and I realized somebody was following me around. It was one of the store clerks, and I was on the phone with her, and I was like, "Yo, this dude's following me around like I'm about to steal something." She wasn't even joking. She was like, "But are you about to steal something?" And I go,
What?
It's like, right? I wanted to.
No, the guy was racially profiled.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like that. That's like a sucky situation. It's not even a sucky situation because like I instantly was just like, oh, I can't.
That's disappointing.
I can't talk to you.
Well,
anymore.
that was a real curveball of an answer.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I thought you were. That was a dumb fuck thing to say.
I thought you were gonna say, she was gonna say like, oh, that
Why
happens
would
to
they
me,
do
or
that?
like,
Yeah.
like something like that. I'm like, that's a.
I thought she was gonna be clueless as to why they were doing.
Yeah,
it.
like I've like in that
you can't even. That's not even worth explaining and going further into because you're like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
I was the last conversation or second last conversation that I think we ever had after that. And
she white girl?
Like, yep. Yeah, and like she still hits me up from time to time, but we don't talk.
So she didn't know.
She didn't get it. She really did not get it. And I was just
So
like,
why is she still hitting you up if you don't?
She likes me as she says she likes me. When I say hits me up, she hits me on Facebook and hey, how you doing?
Oh,
yeah.
Like, okay.
Did you ever let her know?
Yeah, I told her.
Yeah.
And we got into an argument about that. I was like,
argument?
It was kind of an argument. It was like just going jabs back and forth. I was like, why would you say I would steal something? She was like, I don't know. I would have stole something. I was like, that's you. I was hoping that you would know me better than that.
Yeah.
And now that I know that you would have stole something,
and
I
you
know
were
not to.
two grown people.
Yeah,
why the fuck? I'm not a klepto.
Yeah.
Okay, she didn't get it.
She didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it was just a bad situation, and I got out of there. It's like it's.
I witnessed that like she didn't get it, and it doesn't seem like she was intending to be malicious at all, but
no.
So separated from your reality,
so separated from my reality and my lifestyle and who I am as a man, and even in just saying that, just like, nah, this is not for me. And like, I get so much backlash because I'm one of the few people in my family that I date interracially. A lot of my cousins, they have kids, they have multicultural kids, and like my mom looks at me like, are you gonna be the one that have like just a regular black kid? I'm like, nah, it doesn't look like it. But if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Like I date who I date, and if I fall in love with somebody, I may have a kid. If I even have, I don't even know if I'm gonna have kids.
Right. I was gonna say, do you even want kids? Yeah.
You know what?
Are you dating anybody right now?
Yeah, I am dating.
Are you exclusive or are you like
you looked available? You looked in pain in your face.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You look like tumultuous.
It's rough trying to figure out relationships because they're
a lot of work. They're a lot of work, even if they're worth it. It's a lot of work.
You could love somebody and know that person loves you dearly, and you could wait for them, and you could hopefully they get their shit together, and you could just wait them out, and it never happens. Or you could just like pursue other people and just see who you are as a person at the end of the day. Ugh, I hate that cliche. You could
I understand.
Yeah, but you could just, I recommend for anybody, don't jump into the first thing. Or even if you do, just work at your relationships.
Take time and be present, and don't make the person out to be better than they actually are.
Oh man, I learned that the hard way, man.
Yeah, me too.
You
get your heart broken?
Oh, got my heart broken many a times.
Yeah, it sucks. Dude. Every time it fucking sucks.
But I mean, you should see them not the way the rest of the world sees them. Like, I know you guys are bummed out right now, but like back to Dan Savage, because we were quoting him before. I mean, like there is he says to always view your partner like or have your partner view you as if it's a fairy tale. So there are a couple like things that you should like keep, not to do like some gross things like in front of them, or like, brush your hair before the person comes home. Like, don't forget about these things. Like just little things.
Yeah, like tidying up. Yeah,
to show that you like give a shit.
Yeah,
and
manscaping.
You got to, and that's very important. But like, I am also real too. Like, I want to be able to love the fucked up thing about you. If you have if you have hairy areolas, fuck it, let's get it on. That's my baby with the hairy areolas, and I don't care what anyone says about them.
I think it's within reason to it doesn't have to just be aesthetic, and it can also be like behavior too.
Oh, dude, it goes across the board, not just
that's
one,
my
not
baby
physical,
with the crazy temper where she gets mad and kicks babies.
Oh, that's her. Look at her go.
So quirky.
Because I think it's like really shitty when you think about it. It's like the people you love most see the worst parts of you, and that's really true. It's not great. I mean, I know we're supposed to be loving everyone, but it's like it gets tiresome after a while
man.
to love people completely. You're like, okay, well, maybe
fourth-
rein that in or bring that to someone
Change
else's
it.
or pay someone
The
to
fourth
deal
time
with
she
that.
farts after eating an omelet, you're like, you can't eat eggs. Why are you doing
omelet
this?
Even
farts.
things like that. I mean, like that
I agree.
is-
I hear you.
like if I
Go
know
in the other room. Is it gonna hurt that bad? It's gonna kill you to go in the other room.
or like pick a day or like a time when you're not seeing that person for a couple hours to eat that thing that's like is bad. Everyone knows
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the time you're an adult the things that fuck up your stomach. And like I plan meals around like
You
if I'm
would
gonna
think,
see
Corinne.
somebody like I'm
you-
not gonna eat a fucking whole of like fried onions and then make out with you. That's disrespectful.
When you're in a relationship, are you like constantly in your partner's face?
Me? No.
Yeah.
God.
Corinne.
Yeah.
They're begging me. They're like, did you die?
Did I
Or-
hear? I haven't heard from you in
Are
weeks.
you around?
Corinne, where are you?
Are you okay?
Are we still together?
Yeah, that's me.
That's something I'm now learning how to be better at. Now that I'm like dating again, I'm learning that I used to have to be in my ex's face all the time. It's like,
You're real thirsty.
oh, dude, she needed attention and I needed to give her attention, and like now I'm just like,
interesting.
so
you
now
fed
I'm-
into each other.
yeah. So now I'm just like, oh, you cool with me? Just I could go 5 hours without texting you, and they're like,
my
yeah,
God,
bro,
yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
you should.
I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, dude, this is.
Freedom.
I was like,
you
yeah.
trust me. Yeah.
You
feel like an
gotta give
abused
time
puppy. Like, what?
to
You're not
miss.
gonna,
Yeah.
You're not gonna roll up the note into the toilet
Yeah.
paper and hit me? All right,
Yeah.
cool. This is great. This is so awesome. Dude, like it took a while for me to learn. I'm so happy at this point in my life because I feel like I have a better understanding of who I am and what I want in a relationship.
Isn't it? And you say you're 34?
Yep.
Being single in your 30s is so much better
Dude.
than being single in your 20s. You know who you are and you discover new parts of yourself.
I feel the exact opposite.
I think it's wonderful.
I loved being single anytime in my 20s. In your 30s, you're like, wow, time is running out and mama's looks are fading. Okay.
Nah.
You look in the mirror and then you're just like, that's drooping.
Oh,
That's
no.
not good.
I think
I
That's
got
not
it
great.
all figured out now. I'm going on my own
Well,
personal
yeah, but men age
vacation.
differently.
Yeah.
That's not a problem for men aging.
No,
thing.
Corinne, I think you and I have gotten more attractive as we gotten older.
No, you have. I have
Fierce.
not.
I think you
fierce.
have.
When I looked at a picture of when I was 24 and I was like, God damn.
Man,
I
24.
was very hot.
24, I think I was very smaller. I just skinnier.
scrawnier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very lazy with like my looks. I just threw a t-shirt and stuff like that. But now I'm just like, I don't know.
Now you take care of yourself like a man.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like, I feel like that's the best thing. The maturity side of it
Oh, yeah.
is the cool part. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm embracing more, especially like with dating and sexuality. And now I'm traveling more. I'm planning to go to Fiji and just hang out. Dude,
By
I-
yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to go. Are you gonna stay in one of those little huts on the
Yeah,
water?
the water.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to
Get
stay in
outta
one of those
here.
little huts. That's amazing.
That's gonna be
I'm
so
getting
great.
outta
Take
here.
a dive in the ocean in the
Oh
morning.
yeah. Oh man.
Oh my God.
I
You
saw them
earned
do
it.
that on this reality show with like Travis Barker, and I think his wife went there, from Blink 182,
Yeah.
and some like hot
Oh yeah,
girl,
Shayna,
Shannon,
yeah,
they
something like
went
that.
there, and I was like, oh, I gotta go there.
So you have an album
Yes, I do.
that's out. What's it called and where can we
Comedy
get
album.
it?
It's
I'm
called-
guessing,
Comedy
right?
album,
Not
comedy
like,
album,
not like
yeah.
smooth jazz.
Gordon picks up
Gordon Baker
Gordon
Bone
picks
and
up
the
a sax.
smoothest jazz.
Although now that we know more about your personality, I think that would be quite a good album.
I was listening
don't know
to
if you can
jazz last
sing,
night
but-
and it was nice.
Oh man. Yeah. Dude, now you got me thinking I should make a smooth jazz album. No.
Are you a
but-
singer?
No, I am not.
Oh,
I am the
okay.
worst singer.
I got excited.
Now, name of my album is Nobody Just Me. It's
Wah wah.
That's the tagline is womp womp.
pretty much, and is it out on Comedy Dynamic? Is on iTunes. It's on every streaming outlet that you could
Perfect.
think of.
Nobody, just me.
Yep.
Gordon Baker Bone.
The coolest thing that I
Is it on
learned-
Spotify?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Perfect.
The coolest thing that I found out is recently that if you say my name to Alexa, if you say Alexa Gordon Baker Bone, it just starts playing.
Alexa,
Ooh.
Gordon Baker Bone. So if anybody's listening
Yep.
in their home with an Alexa, the Alexa just start playing your album probably.
I thought your Alexa was on. I was like, oh.
That is the coolest thing that I've ever
Because
seen.
the Alexa is you don't have to be the owner's voice.
Nope, you just-
like
you just
Siri.
gotta hear it.
You just got to hear it. That's pretty funny.
So
and
if you
then where
guys-
else can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Baker Bone. You can find me on Facebook at Gordon Baker Bone. We got a fan page on there.
Where can we see you live?
See me live. I don't know where you guys are gonna air this, but sometime in
2
October.
weeks.
2 weeks. I'll be back. I'm probably on the road. Some in Connecticut. Probably at what's the name of it? Mohegan Sun.
Okay. You have a website?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Baker-bone.com.
Baker-bone.com.
Yep.
Perfect.
So you guys could check me out there. Yo, I'm just gonna say, this was a fucking pleasure to be on this podcast.
It was so much fun to talk to you,
Yes.
Gordon.
Thank you so much for coming
wonderful
on.
to get to know you better.
I listened to you guys for
This was
years,
enlightening.
and it was just like,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Keep up the fucking good work, man.
Thank you.
Because like, there's so many people that need to hear you guys talk about this shit, and it's helped. Even my little sister, she listens to the podcast.
Oh, really?
And,
How old is she?
She is 22 now, but she started listening.
no.
She started listening way back, and yeah, we were able to talk about some like sexual stuff that like I don't
that's
think normally that
nice.
she would.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
My brother and I have conversations about stuff like that. He talks to me about his dating life now, and I'm like, I'm so glad that you feel comfortable talking to me about that, DJ.
Dude, it's just making people comfortable.
My uncle, who actually used to be on the police force in Newark, so and I think that paints, like, especially for people from Jersey, like a very specific vision of who that person is.
Yep.
But he's actually not like that at all, and he's like a Jewish cop, which I think is also rare. And he read our entire book, and then we like discussed it over Hanukkah.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
And he just sent me a birthday card where he had finished it, and he like detailed the
Certain
parts
chapters?
he liked. He
Oh,
bought
boy.
Flarp because of Christina's chapter.
My kind of
on
uncle.
farting. Like he was
Jesus.
really very into it.
Wow.
And it opened up this big conversation that we all like had about sexuality, and
We're
like
more
some
like people
really
are-
weird things came up. But it was
Sexuality
good.
is something every person has in common, whether they don't have a relationship to it, their own sexuality or not. It doesn't matter because it's still a relationship to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's nice when people come out of the woodwork and you're like, oh my God, you listen? That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Well, thanks for adding to the conversation.
Oh, dude, I'm just so happy to be part of it, and just thank you guys, man. This is dope.
Thank you so much. This has been, guys, We Fucked, the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday.
It's getting better now. I hold my breath, force it out. These patterns have me counting down until you might come back around. Don't let this go to waste.
Today's show is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that enables you to improve your mental health from anywhere at any time. Get matched with a licensed therapist from over 2,000 choices and message them whenever you need to. No commutes, no judgments. For our listeners, for a special offer for our listeners, visit Talkspace.com/GWF and use code GWF to get $45 off your first month and show your support for this show. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today.
About this shit, and it's helped. Even my little sister, she listens to the podcast.
Oh, really?
And,
How old is she?
She is 22 now, but she started listening.
no.
She started listening way back, and yeah, we were able to talk about some like sexual stuff that like I don't
that's
think normally that
nice.
she would.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
My brother and I have conversations about stuff like that. He talks to me about his dating life now, and I'm like, I'm so glad that you feel comfortable talking to me about that, DJ.
Dude, it's just making people comfortable.
My uncle, who actually used to be on the police force in Newark, so and I think that paints, like, especially for people from Jersey, like a very specific vision of who that person is.
Yep.
But he's actually not like that at all, and he's like a Jewish cop, which I think is also rare. And he read our entire book, and then we like discussed it over Hanukkah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus
And he just sent me a birthday card where he had finished it, and he like detailed the
Certain
parts
chapters?
he liked. He
Oh,
bought
boy.
Flarp because of Christina's chapter.
My kind of
on
uncle.
farting. Like he was
Jesus.
really very into it.
Wow.
And it opened up this big conversation that we all like had about sexuality, and
We're
like
more
some
like people
really
are-
weird things came up. But it was
Sexuality
good.
is something every person has in common, whether they don't have a relationship to it, their own sexuality or not. It doesn't matter because it's still a relationship to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's nice when people come out of the woodwork and you're like, oh my God, you listen? That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Well, thanks for adding to the conversation.
Oh, dude, I'm just so happy to be part of it, and just thank you guys, man. This is dope.
Thank you so much. This has been, guys, We Fucked, the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday.
It's good.
Today's show is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that enables you to improve your mental health from anywhere at any time. Get matched with a licensed therapist from over 2,000 choices and message them whenever you need to. No commutes, no judgments. For our listeners, for a special offer for our listeners, visit Talkspace.com/GWF and use code GWF to get $45 off your first month and show your support for this show. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today.